boy CM. So that's so dope crew. Got all grades in our hair. It's your boy CM. Got JD in the building. Got
Back in
Vince
the building.
back in the virtual world,
Back
in the
in the
virtual
virtual
fear,
world again.
in the virtual
Gl-
fear.
Glad to
Yeah.
be back, guys. Glad to be back.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like I've been gone for too long.
oh yeah. Sitting there watching doing some
Oh,
live
good run.
commentary for the Chapel Hill White House game. We got some Chapel Hill alum, and we got some JT alum here. So he Chapel Hill White House, whatever side he choose, whatever side he
Yeah.
pick. We ain't gonna hold him
We
in
gonna
no
hold nothing
disregard.
against him.
We ain't gonna hold nothing
Nah,
against him and nothing like that.
Hey,
nah.
look,
Yeah,
ain't no love lost. We didn't battle either one. We always wanted to battle y'all, but they never
yeah.
made it happen for us.
I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we
Yeah,
didn't.
I always wish they did.
yeah.
No,
They
I don't
would
know why
never
you
Me
let
and
wish
it
my
that
buddies,
on.
happen.
we still talk about that.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. I don't know why you wanted to wish that on us like that.
Man, listen, you don't understand. Like we wanted a war between all of us
Listen, you wanted
back
to,
then. See,
man.
here's the thing though. Like for Tyler and
Good job,
Legacy,
big man.
like they would they bicker all year long, but they get to let that energy out when the game comes. You got that time for the game come to let all that energy out. Well, we bickering too, but we don't never see nobody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
That was our problem.
you talking about JT in the '90s and the
You know,
late early 2000s.
and
I
I
mean,
stayed in the north, so
yeah,
I heard it all.
Yeah,
right.
you was gonna hear it all. You was gonna hear it
Yeah,
all.
so I'm gonna hold.
Good
I'm gonna
run.
hold up my blue and gold. They coming in my
I
door
mean,
talking crazy.
right. I
Y'all don't
mean,
want
you
to
was
play.
supposed
Y'all don't
to.
want to play. What you mean we don't want to play?
No, they showed it. I didn't. I wouldn't have wanted to play. You know
Well,
what's
not
funny? I
not
saw a
me.
video. I saw a YouTube video. It was a 97, when I was a 93, 94 JT Robert E. Lee game. It was
Yeah.
online. I saw it. I'm like, oh man, it's wild. Oh man.
Mm.
But
Ooh, good
no, I mean
move.
this game, shout out to these young men, these kids, man. They haven't Chapman White House haven't played in, dang near what, 5, 6 years. So I mean, this is a rivalry. Not many people we hadn't been talked about in a long time, so to speak.
Yeah.
And this is a very big rivalry game. We haven't played. I can recall playing. I can recall going to White House, and Vince knows this game very much, very, very well. We missed a field goal wide right, and Chapel wins
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
and
I remember that.
I remember that game very well. That was
Yeah.
one of the first
Yeah.
times they beat us that I can recall. And man,
Yeah.
it was like they won state. Man,
Because that's
the
what it
whole
feels like.
sideline was just the whole sideline was running. Now, this is early, man. Chapel wasn't very good. So we're gonna beat a team, we're gonna have to beat White House. And that was the
Ooh, good
whole
move.
thing.
Good
We had to beat
move.
somebody. We had to beat
Right.
White House. So but man, once they went up to class 5A, it was just different. Or went up to, everything was just different for us. So I got to tackle better than that.
I
Yeah.
know that sound.
What you know about it? What you
Right.
know about it? You ain't
She
stepped foot in
said,
the East.
she said, that Spurs down.
You
A second down. That
Yeah.
Spurs
know
down,
about it. Who
second
you
down.
cheering for? Because we
Right.
down the road from White House. I gotta ask now. Who you
What are we
cheering for?
doing?
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
Right
not
soon.
again.
Yeah, I seen
Oh, he's
that
still
coming.
free.
And that's a touchdown.
Oh God.
Oh, well, he saved it. Okay.
Oh
Yeah, that's just that. I saw that happening right there. That's bad QB play.
I'm like, what
Bad
is
QB
like?
play.
Why? Like what? Why? Like why are you doing that?
I think he just misread the coverage because it was he dropped back in a zone, so
Because
he misread it.
he threw it right to the defender.
He threw it right to him. Yeah, he missed it.
Ah,
Yeah.
I hate that. Mm,
Well, and it's bad when you turn it over in your own territory and you already the score is 7-0, so you're already down. And if they score again 14-0, and you can't make those type of
But I
mistakes.
will say this: Chapel Hill. We had a tough game last week. We kind of had to fight back. It's doable.
It's
It's
doable, but
doable.
do you have enough from your quarterback? Because just looking at that right there, can he make the plays that's gonna benefit the team right now? Is he gonna be able to
You,
make those plays, especially in the fourth quarter when it really matters? Because
Yeah.
John Tyler, we were always taught, hey, it ain't over till it's over. Of course, you play four quarters for a reason, and if the game is manageable, you don't want to run out of time. But is he going to be able to see the play, see the reads and that he needs to see, and make the most efficient play for the team?
right. That's the biggest question.
Yeah,
Right. That's the big question right
Hmm.
there. Can he make the play? Can he make the read? That's I think White House kind of got Chapel Hill in the heels right now.
and
They've
I
been running the
definitely see it.
football. They've been running the football all this time. And
Yeah,
now they kind of open up the game a little bit with a pass. Games like this, you got to have.
yeah,
You got to battle your way back, but you got to have them. And that sucks.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's like we talked about off air, it's a perfect trap game because I'm sitting there like it's a
Mm,
rivalry game, like you said. Everybody got their hopes and got their feelings up, and this is one. And then you playing in White House, so this is one that could just that could steal it from you. It's a good punch game,
right.
Come on.
but this is one if you lose, of course, you grow for this one, and hopefully
You
you see
grow
them
from
down
it.
the road
Yeah,
again.
and that's the whole. To me, that's the whole point of this non-district being as tough as it
Yeah,
is that if you want to get over that hump of these teams that are topping you at the top level,
yeah,
you got to experience some type of adversity before you ever get to Lindale and Kilgore.
yes, sir.
That ain't enough, you know.
Because and Vince, y'all know better than me. We never played Lindell. I haven't seen Lindell play. I haven't seen Kilgore and them play except for some a couple years back. But when you know the opponents that you have to face, this is a perfect type of game to be able to play because like if you play this game, it sets you up in good position to be able to play those teams. That was a darn good catch too.
Touchdown White
Yeah.
House.
It was a darn good catch.
And to
So I
those
mean,
who don't have the ability to see the game, um, it is White House is they showed up in all black. So somebody was trying to tell me that this wasn't that big of a game, and I tried to explain to him like
who said
this is
who
a
lied to
rivalry.
you?
Even though we ain't played in a while, this is emotional rivalry for a lot
If
Who
of people.
your
lied to
if
you and
your
said
opponents
this?
show up in all black, it's like wearing Air Force
Yeah,
Ones to
they
a
Oh,
knew
fight.
they
You
they
know
they
what
knew
that
his
is.
timing. They knew
You
what time it was.
good
right.
block, good block. You
Good
pick that
block.
ball up and go with it.
Now,
You know.
that's a little momentum. But see, that's the
Yeah,
other thing too. You have to re-engage your team. If you're Chapel Hill, I'm gonna say this because it's stupid. You have to say something stupid. This game really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Hmm.
if you let's be honest, this ain't a district game. This ain't a playoff game. It really don't matter. But you would really like to win.
of
You
Yeah.
know what I'm
course,
saying?
of course.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
that's it's just like North Carolina and Duke playing, but they're in conference. Those two teams are in conference play, right? These two
And
teams are
plus,
not in conference.
yeah,
So I don't know, but to me, I have to. You want to re-engage because these are big games. You got a target on your back. Everybody wants to play you. Teams want to play you. You know, these kids want to play you right down the street. So Lake Tyler rivalry. You can't say that.
what you want to do?
So I mean, it's different, man. The stuff you gotta do. You gotta prepare mentally for this type of game.
right. Like I said, you don't take these games for granted. You know what I'm saying? The hype is there for it, but you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things when you don't know a team that well. Like I said, being out of district, being an out of district game, it's kind of it may take a little bit to get the feel of the team, and once you
Right,
get that feel of the team, then it changes everything for you. But you just hope it's not too late
right.
because oh, that looks like a darn good kickoff return. Ooh,
Yeah.
turn on the Jets. Good job. Oh, come on, ref.
And then I'm gonna say that listen, Chapel Hill's not void of the pen. They gotta grow up. They gotta
That's
stop
good.
doing stupid stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're gonna win championships, you're gonna win games. You gotta stop. Penalties will kill you every time. And
Penalties are killer. Game changer.
especially on kickoff, you have a 35-yard run and kickoff, and then boom, you get a penalty. And
Hey
that'll
guys,
take you back 15 yards.
Kate, if you're watching at home, we trying to keep up with the score. Score right now is 13-0.
Blocked field goal on the extra point, 13-0.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But you know what? I'm looking at this game right now. I'm gonna say you this: White House hasn't done anything that's super impressive. I will say, the
I will
quarterback
say,
throws the ball very well.
they holding the ball. The time of possession. That's pretty impressive. Like you
Oh,
only
most
see
definitely,
people
most
do
definitely.
that when you got you're facing a high powered offense like someone like Chapel. Matter of fact,
No,
like
I'm
I compare it to like the NFL. Like I can't remember who it was at one time that played Kansas City, and the way they beat Kansas City is they held onto the football. The time they and it was one of the first teams to beat them at the height of their success with being able to pass at will, being able to
right.
score at will. I want to say it was like Tennessee or somebody. I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody that they thought shouldn't even been able to do what they did.
Was it in the
And
playoffs?
nah, this was in a regular season game, but they was at the time they was rolling and it was on a high. And whoever it was, man, it was unexpected. Oh, okay, he's moving, he's moving.
Well, I'm gonna say this: they
But
could have been
but
moving on
what they
that
did
pass
was they
too.
held the ball, and that's what they said. We wanted to control the time of possession because the more that he's on the sideline, the
The
more
less
chance we have to win. Yeah,
and the less time he can make magic happen.
exactly. So
Mm.
Well, and I'm gonna look at this. That run was more than everything, and of course, this me not realizing that it was in the second quarter. But I was like, if they're gonna respect the receivers that way, but hey, you got to throw some short passes. But hopefully, Chapel Hill goes in at halftime. They make some real good adjustments, and they come out firing on all cylinders here in the second half.
yeah,
But like I said, they're not out of the game. I kind of like what I see from the passing game, except for quarterback. Just got to make some good decisions. He made some good decisions in the first half. You made two costly turnovers, but I mean that's something you can recover from being down 13-0.
You better recover from it. That's
yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
I
You
will
better
say
recover from it.
I'm gonna give a fair assessment here. I'm not gonna be biased. My first thought when I when we
Well, I
talked
can't
about
be
this
biased.
earlier, Corey, my first thought was when I got on here, I was gonna pop on here and say Chapel Hill about to beat them. you know, I'm about to say so. I'm about to set it off, but I said no, I can't do that. I can't do that. But given a fair assessment, looks like White House came in with a game plan. Chapel Hill's still trying to figure it out because I don't think they probably had somebody work on them like this.
Right,
You have a lot of people who come out and their objective is just to attack up front. To we want to outscore you, and
Right.
and then you have those that say, well, we just want to keep you from scoring. You
right,
know, a little bit different. It's like it's not about them whether they score 60 points or whatever. They don't want us to have more than about 14, 21. You know, that's the idea. Keep it low, and then they can stay in the game. I mean, when they
right.
played Anna last year at the end, what was the score? Like, was it 27-0?
26-0.
26-0? So it wasn't even like they scored a whole bunch, but their objective was to keep us from scoring. Um, this is a little different. They controlling the time of possession. So that's real big. I'm sure Reardon's gonna have a game plan in place. Uh, they usually go in at the half and come out, kind of level headed. So if you Chapel Hill, ain't nothing to worry about. It's just the first half. You come back out, score 0-0, and your team when the score is 0-0 can drop 60 on anybody.
Well,
So
and that's always
get
been a
out of hand.
thing.
Because it should have got out of hand when we played Gilmer last week. But what happened? Ricky got free, and it went on from there. But If you White House, you got to be feeling confident because you won the first 2 quarters. You won the first half of the game. You
I
got to
won't
feel
say that.
confident.
I won't
Now,
say that.
don't relax. I
Yeah.
want you to feel relaxed, but you only got 2 quarters left.
Hey,
And until
when you come out
they force you to change the game plan, ain't no need to change it.
second half,
I
when
like
you
that
hit that field, it's
they're throwing the
0-0.
football. They're being pretty precise in throwing the football. They're controlling the line of scrimmage, so it's opening up. They're opening up these run lanes that are enabling anywhere between 3 to 5 yards of carry, which is enough to make you, try to cheat up a little bit, and then they hit you with another pass where they have to make you back up. They're doing a lot of good things well. Not perfect, but well enough to get by right now. I can see why they got 13. Should have been 14, but I can see why they only got 13. Now, in order to win this game, you're gonna have to go up. You're gonna have to turn it up a notch, the tempo on offense. And on defense, you're gonna have to. They're not gonna throw forever, so you're not gonna get these picks all the time. So you're gonna really have to turn it up because when Ricky get running, when that motor get running, it's gonna be a track meet.
They need
So
stops.
so they're gonna need real stops, not turnovers, but real stops. Because once Uncle Mo when Uncle Mo step out in that blue and gold, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. He don't change
Now,
his
I'm
mind. He
I'm
don't
looking
change
forward to
his
seeing
mind.
Uncle Mo.
I heard old man one time say, "I don't chew on cabbage twice." I know what that meant at first. I don't chew on, like I felt like it was
Man,
threat. What you threatening me? What you saying to me?
nah, it wasn't
I
no
don't chew on
threat. It
cabbage
wasn't no
twice.
threat.
So I'm gonna say that now. Like if Uncle Mo step out in that blue and gold, it's gonna be a wrap. So you want to make sure that don't happen.
Man, I gotta tell y'all this joke. And I don't know if y'all ever seen Nolan Richardson. Y'all know who Nolan Richardson is, right? Basketball
Yeah.
coach at Arkansas. So in his speech to the Hall of Fame, told a joke about having faith. And so he says, this little boy, he said he had a Red Rider, he has a radio flyer wagon.
Yeah.
And he said in the summertime he wanted to make some money. So he got our little glass bottles and had little lids on them. He was like, I'm gonna get all these little glass bottles. I'm gonna collect them during the summertime, and then I'm gonna collect them during the wintertime. And by the time it's summer, I'm gonna go cash them in, have me a little money, for the summer. So man, the boy was out there working hard, getting those glass bottles. Finally wrapped them up. Summertime came around, gets his red wagon, and he pulls it about to take it to the store so he can cash them in. As he's going to the store, he's trying to get the wagon up a curb.
Oh man.
So he pulls it up on the curb. Boom, wheel falls off. A couple of bottles fall off. Kid says, "Dang!" And right after he says the D word, he looks over. He sees a preacher. Preacher says, "Hey, come here." And he says, "Okay." He said, "Listen, you shouldn't do that. I don't need you to be saying foul language like that. You're a kid." He said, "Tell you what, anytime something like this happens," he said, "Hallelujah." He said, "Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah." He said, "Everything changes for you."
Right.
He said, "That's all I got to do. That's all I got to do." He said, "Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Okay. All right." He said, "I'll try that." So the boy picks up his bottles and try to put his wheel back on. And he starts pulling it down there. And as he's walking down the curb, he finally gets off the curb. And the wheels rattling again. And the bottles is about to come off. And the boy said, "Woo, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah." And all of a sudden, the wheel fixed itself. The bottles that was broken started to mend and pull together.
Mm-hmm.
And the boy looked at the preacher and said, "Dang."
well.
Oh
man.
Oh man, that's funny.
That's a good one.
I was like, okay, you got me. You
Yeah.
got me. You got me. So why this is on halftime? Man, we ain't talked in a minute. Y'all know how we do it. You know how we do it.
Yeah.
Man.
minute.
NFL football, man.
Aye.
First of all, I got this question. First of all, I got this question. You think Shannon Sharp posted that?
Don't you
on
know?
purpose,
Wait,
or was
listen. Listen. We got all
Uncle
ages.
Shannon was trying to prove a point.
You can't talk about. You
I
ain't.
just
You
give me
start
the
talking.
right answer. Is it yes or no? Do you think he posted on purpose? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, of course he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course he did.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what? Can I say something real quick about that being a tech guy?
Oh, yeah.
Myself. His explanation was that he don't even know how that happened, and that he
know how it happened.
he don't even use that feature. He don't even use that. So, me being a tech guy, I want to see what it's like, because I don't use that feature either. What I noticed is that there's several things you have to do before it actually goes live. You have to click on the app.
Hey, your boy ain't got it, so I don't know.
You got to click this one button that I guess it sends you live or something. If you click on the button and it asks you, do you want to go live? Then you have to say yes. So then after you
gotta
say yes,
prove
you
it.
get the
So you have
notification that says,
protection
are you
methods in
okay with
place.
us having access to your video camera and your microphone? You have to
Right.
allow that too. So there was like four.
Yep.
There was four
You gotta go
gates he
through
had
the full
to cross.
screen.
You get what I'm saying? There are 4 bridges he had to cross there before he. I don't think you accidentally fumble your phone and your phone says yes to all of that.
Bro.
So
Yeah, I don't know the protocol on that app, so I'm good.
yeah, I don't even use it like that. So, but I had to
I don't
find out.
have it. I
I
don't
had to
have
investigate.
it.
I had to investigate. So
He don't. Apparently, he don't use it like that either. I only know you went live.
apparently.
All I know you
So,
went live.
back to
I'm
the
like,
football.
boy,
Back to the football though. That's
I just had to
that's
put
more
it.
celebrity news for adults. What y'all think about Tua, man? You heard me what I said today, Corey. I meant what I said. If your quarterback asks you for money and he done showed you who he is, give it to him. Because I'm tired of watching teams who, the moment they quarterback go out or go down, they a whole other team. They whole identity changes.
But who is Tua?
And what did I call it today? I said it's an identity crisis. The moment the quarterback leave, you don't know who you are. The defense ain't even playing right no more. Like, what happened? Nobody's trying.
But who is Tua?
He's the dude that took you to the playoffs last year. Now, you ran up against a buzzsaw in the Chiefs. I still don't understand how that worked out, but they ran through everybody who was somebody, so you can't even be mad at that. I mean, they didn't go through no Rudy Poos. They went through them. They went through who's the next one? Baltimore. They went through all of them, and then it was it Bills too? Didn't they go through the Bills?
Yep. They barely beat the Bills. They went through barely beat Baltimore.
They literally went through a gauntlet. So you can't even be mad.
On the road at that.
On the road in every single game.
Every
single game. Now, you know what? Take that back. The game they played, Miami, was somewhere else.
That was
because it was so cold and Miami was freezing. They was like, yeah, man, we ain't used to it. There should have been a home game, but didn't a hurricane or something was on the way. It was something funny.
It was something funny. But no, but you're right. I just
that let you know the Lord was looking out for them or something. Because if that game had been in Miami, it would have been 80-60 Miami.
I don't know. They still wouldn't have won. Miami still wouldn't have won. It was destined. It was destined for Mahomes and those guys to win. That's what it was. That's what it felt like. That's what it was, because he had to play the 49ers again.
If I say what I want to say, people gonna call me a hater. But
they already gonna say you a hater.
They gonna call me a hater anyway. I don't care.
Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
I'm tired, man. I'm going the road. Yeah, he from down the road. I'm not mad at him. I just can't believe I watched. You know what sports is doing, and it's not just. It didn't start with them. This started a long time ago with LeBron and Steph Curry. At some point, I got tired of watching regular season heroes to show up in playoffs and do absolutely nothing, and it made me stop watching regular season. I couldn't watch
Tell us how
regular
you
season
really
basketball
feel.
no more.
Yeah,
Tell us
that
Like
how
boy
you
I'm
hurt
really
sitting there.
feel.
shooting.
How
Yeah,
many
he got
years?
some haters out
Corey,
there.
you know, how many years was I hyping up Dime Time, Damian Lillard? I've been hyping him
Man,
up for years, and I'm not dogging him, but man, he had his shot at LeBron, and he dropped 40 something on him in that first game, and I'm like, yeah, my boy is here, my boy is here, and he got the king, and he's showing up, and then
but Dame can't play
he
well out
went
of the West
ice
Coast.
cold, and I can't explain that. I
Mm.
can't explain that except for he choked. And I don't want to say that. So I just said, you know what? How about this? How about I just stop watching regular season? Because it don't explain what happens in playoffs. Playoffs
No,
come and the people you pick to win, the people Vegas pick to win is who winning.
I told you what I do. I only watch the NBA. I watch the Mavericks as much as I can, but
Yeah,
I watch basketball after the All Star break. After the
Yeah.
All Star break in the playoff, that's when I watch
that's when it
NBA
turned
And
up.
that's
basketball.
usually
Yeah.
when I try to really get heavy, but it just started thin and it last year it trickled over into football. And when I saw them devour the best of the best AFC teams like they did after having the most, I don't want to, if I say mediocre, y'all gonna say I'm hating. They didn't have a mediocre team or season. They just didn't play well all season.
Their
And and
offense wasn't very good. Their defense was elite.
and that's what
Their
surprises me
defense was elite.
against against teams that wasn't also that good at all themselves. And then they faced the best of the best teams, and they outshined all of them offensively and defensively. And so to
Yeah.
me, I was just like, this whole time, I done got sold on Tua and what he doing, and I watched him do nothing,
But I
Man,
mean, but really,
how
what
did you
nothing.
get
Alabama
sold?
quarterback is really what
Nah, man,
Alabama
I don't want to
quarterback
hear that. That
running?
boy was balling all year.
Hey, hey, look,
That
I'm
boy
supposed to
was
say
balling all
something.
season. That boy
Hey,
was balling
when
all
have you
season,
ever
bro.
seen a QB from that school over there be successful in the
That
league?
boy was balling all season,
Alabama don't
JD.
produce
Where
good
was he
He
quarterbacks.
was
balling at?
balling all season, and then he ran up against that red and white, that red and yellow,
Yeah,
whatever,
you
and he was just as cold as the weather was out there.
you had two reasons for this. You had two reasons for
And
this.
you know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this real quick. Say it real quick. I'm gonna let it go. I knew they lost that game when I think it was in the third quarter. He had just came off the field from throwing a pick or whatever, and they Kansas City went down and they scored. He comes back on the field and he literally like throws the ball away on one play and he sticks his hands in his his pouch or whatever and he looks over at the sideline and the camera got a good look at his face. He just looked like he didn't want to be there. He had this look in his face like, and I ain't trying to be
He
funny
probably
or nothing. I
didn't.
know he got a concussion and everything now, but like he looked like he wasn't there, bro. And I was just like, where was the dude I seen all season? Where was the animal? Where's the elephant I seen all season? Where
Oh,
was
he tucked
he
away. He tucked away.
at?
Listen,
They should
I'm
be
gonna tell you
nothing
right
to
now.
y'all.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
He don't want my answer.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
He don't want
Tua,
my answer.
as much as I think Tua is a good person, I think you need to take. I think you need to take Andrew Luck's advice. I think you need to just walk away
I
because
think so too.
you're never going to be the player that you want to be. If you get that many injuries,
But he did
trauma
sign
hit, trauma injuries,
a
and
4-year
honestly,
deal
it wasn't
worth
even.
200 some
It
million,
didn't
I
look
think
like a
it
hard
was.
hit yesterday. It didn't look like a hard hit.
So
He
Well,
ran
here's the
through
to
him.
thing.
me, it didn't look like a hard
I
hit
didn't
either.
think it was a
He
concussion. I
slid
just thought
into
he
the
was under the
defender.
concussion protocol. And then excuse me, I've been sick all week. Sorry. I was on my in-laws and they showed me the replay that I didn't see. Because I didn't actually see the play. I just saw a replay and they cut it short. I didn't see the part where he was reaching up with his hand, like
Oh
he was
yeah, that
grabbing
was
the dude to pick
Yeah,
him up, but then he pulled his hand back and he started doing that thing again with his fingers. I didn't
yeah,
see that.
like it was weird. Yeah, I
I was
saw
like,
it. I was
oh
like, oh
man,
yeah.
so he does have a concussion.
yeah.
I was like, oh
So
yeah, he out of
It
there. He
was known
done.
right there. I was watching it, and like I said, I'm watching the game. I see him go down. It was like Vince. We played football, and it was kind of like you watching an athlete. that's playing football, but it was kind of like, you know how you seen the uncoordinated people get out there. They're not really great at running, but it looked kind of clumsy. So it went from, okay, you made a great play. As a quarterback, they teach you to slide, get down.
Mhm.
You didn't want to do that. You tried to go through a defender,
So
and the defender didn't break down. He wasn't even lower than you. You
can I
slid
say
into
something about that?
him. You slid into him, and you got, and Mr. Hamlin. I'm probably sure he's looking like, dang, I ain't even do nothing.
Right.
But
Hold on, hold
he
on.
he did it to himself, and I'm not saying this in a rude way. The injury could have been prevented. That's what I'm saying. As a quarterback,
But I will say, can I say this about that though? Like, do they really teach them to slide? Because they said
okay,
that on the game last night. But here
yeah.
was my thought about that. I know multiple quarterbacks who don't slide.
Well,
Cam
this
Newton
Was
is
it
didn't
Cam
slide.
Newton?
Cam
Cam
Ben
Newton
Newton,
didn't slide?
Ben
but Cam Newton didn't
Roethlisberger
get the
didn't
same
slide.
calls as any other quarterback in the league
Ben,
either,
hold
though.
on, let me
Let's
go
go
through
there.
them. Ben Roethlisberger didn't slide. Um,
He was protected.
Robert
Let me
Griffin
just say
didn't
it.
slide.
And you see what
Uh,
happened to him.
yeah. Wentz didn't slide.
You see
You
what
know.
happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
You
keep
talking
going.
about two
Keep
people?
going.
You talking about guys that ain't
Lamar
played no
don't
more?
slide. Well,
And look what's
sometimes,
happening to him.
yeah, he sometimes he just stay up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen several quarterbacks who don't do it. You know, so and then there's Pat, and I don't know Pat. Pat's good at avoiding the contact. I don't say he slide all the time. But he's really good at avoiding the contact. He
Right.
knows how to get to the sideline when he's running. That's his thing. He'll get to the sideline and tiptoe on the sideline until you push him out.
I think Tua's injury prone, and I think he's a
So
hazard.
if I'm the coach, here's what I do. I'm gonna tell Tua like this. I don't want you to suit up again. But if you decide to, as a grown man, that you want this money and you want this for your family, and you want to come out here and suit up, these are
It's
my
your
requirements.
decision. Yeah.
These are my requirements, or you will not suit up as a doctor. You need to wear that concussion helmet from here on out. I
You
would
gonna let
I
him?
would also I would also require that you wear something under the helmet. So I don't know if they have some type of softening, like leather, something just to get pressure off of your head. Number one, and then my third requirement is you no longer run. You no longer run.
Oh
You stay
wow!
in that pocket. And if somebody comes at you, you just drop down to the ground. Just drop down to the
I
ground. That would be my. And I know that sounds crazy, but I don't want to see this dude. I don't want to see this dude in a serious medical condition
Right.
in his 20s. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yes, sir.
So I can make if you give me that, I can I can work around that to help you get through the next 4 years. And after these 4 years, we done. We done. You know,
I don't.
I'll work you in, and we can turn you into a pocket passer. You know, we can turn you into
Well,
a pocket passer.
the problem now is you've already guaranteed him 126 million dollars out of 212, and he's hurt. He's gonna have this concussion thing that's wrong with him for the rest of his career,
I don't even
Right.
think
unfortunately.
I bring him back this year either. I think I'm done.
But now you take a hit. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Now as an ownership, you take a hit. You know that's the other problem now. Now you're at week 2. You got 15 more weeks left. You know, and quite frankly, you ask your question now: do we tank?
no,
Well,
no,
but who do you
you
bring
still
in to
got a good
replace
team.
him? Who do you bring him?
Oh,
Who do you bring in to replace
I
him?
got I got the perfect guy. I got
Cam
the
Newton,
perfect guy. Huh?
Cam Newton.
No. You know, he plays for Colorado, number 2, Shadur Sanders. Perfect.
Well, you can't bring him in now.
Absolutely
You can't
perfect.
bring him in now.
No,
No, that's what I said. You got to tank for him.
no.
You got to
You
tank.
know, but look, if you just
You
invested
know
all
what you
the
do?
money,
You trade and you go pull up Trey Lance. You go
no,
pull up
No,
Trey
no,
Lance.
no, no.
no,
Trey Lance, here's the thing. Trey
no.
Lance wasn't bad. He lost his spot to injury.
Man, listen. I'm gonna tell
What
you something.
preseason game did you watch? 5
tell you
That
interceptions
man
something.
in one
wasn't
game.
bad, bro.
Shit.
He wasn't
Trey
horrible
Lance lost his job to
to injury.
the last quarterback and the last player selected in the draft, and he was a quarterback.
No,
You lost your
no,
job.
no. Brock Purdy turned out to be good, and honestly, that's not fair. He lost his job to your boy,
Who?
CJ was it?
uh,
It
Porn
wasn't
star
CJ
Jimmy?
Beathard. Jimmy
you know
Garoppolo.
Talking about porn star Jimmy?
Garoppolo. That's who he lost his job to. Garoppolo lost his job to Purdy.
Yeah.
Garoppolo lost his job to time. It was a matter of time before everybody else was like, man, cool. How come you don't like Jimmy Garoppolo? People out there play. Jimmy Garoppolo is not that good of a quarterback. He is trash.
You used to love Jimmy.
No, I did not.
I tried my best to talk you off that cliff.
No, I
Boy,
did
you
not like
hyped Jimmy
Jimmy.
up so much.
I did not like Jimmy. I found out what Jimmy Garoppolo was after that first season. I'm like, man, this he ain't
But
gonna
you was
work.
hyping him up all year. Jimmy this,
I was
Jimmy that.
hyped. I was hyped. I like, man, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. No, he's afraid to stand in the pocket. And he
Give
don't
me
want to
Jimmy
run.
for the win. That was you.
If you want to win, put Jimmy in. You
Yeah.
know, hey, listen, the guy is Superman in the phone booth. I got it. He's a handsome guy. He does all these things, but boy, you bring him pressure, he is gonna throw a pick in a minute. He's gonna get rid of it. So he's not the guy. Trey Lance, I will say this about Trey Lance. Has he been given a fair chance? Not really, because he's been injured often. So I give people that. He's got to have time to develop, just like Kyle Shanahan said. We don't have time to develop anybody right now. We need somebody that's going to run the offense and do it now. That's why Trey Lance was traded. Where can he go? We're trying to win a championship. We can't win one if we're trying to develop a quarterback. Unfortunately, that's what happened. So, do you take him you give him to Miami? Will he work well in Miami? Possibly so, especially with the one game they got.
I don't think it's gonna work because you got to be able to throw the ball down the field and read
Absolutely.
coverages and make plays. And when you got people like
Absolutely.
Tyreek Hill, Waddle, and Speeds out there, it's okay to hand the ball off. It's easy to hand the ball off, and it still ain't easy to hand the ball off. We know that, but at the end of the day, you got a machine that works, and you need somebody who can complement that by throwing the ball and being accurate. Watching Trey Lance and it's not fair. Like Vince said, like you said, Corey, I don't think he was given a fair chance. But when you go into a lot of these teams, like he would be perfect in Tennessee right now. You would be perfect if Joe Burrow wasn't in Cincinnati and you were trying to build, and then you had the receivers on the outside. But you're going into systems. You got to think about it. You have a system that's really ready to move on to the next level. They're trying to get to a Super Bowl. Trey
Yeah.
Lance ain't that guy. He's not gonna
But
get
let
you
me tell
there.
you. But let me tell you why he is. Because if you don't put Trey Lance in there, you're gonna have somebody in there that can't do anything for you. At least Trey
Well,
Lance is the type. Hold on, but check me out. Trey Lance is the type of guy, he's a dual threat. So therefore, if the play is busted, he can get out of the pocket and still get you something. He can gain you something there.
All the plays gonna be busted.
After what you saw last night from a guy who had been there for 3 years,
but is he
he's
going to
sitting
give you the
back there
same thing
throwing,
that Tua gave you?
he's
I don't know
throwing
how
ducks.
well he's going to hold up to a hit. Is he the same person Tua is as
Oh,
far as injury prone? I
he'll
don't know
He'll
that.
hold up to a hit. He'll hold up to
Nah,
a hit.
look,
Trey Lance
hold
is
a
a
hit.
big boy.
He ain't gonna break.
Trey Lance
He
is a
ain't
big
gonna
boy,
break.
I
man. He's
don't.
a
I
big
don't know.
boy.
I don't know.
And he had an ugly hit, and that was like what 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3.
Because he tried
You've
to
been
slide in the
protected.
rain. He tried
You've
to
been
slide in the
protected.
rain. I'm curious because Miami. I'm curious to see what Miami does at this point, because you can't. Honestly, I'm not bringing. Tua. I'm tired. I'm telling Tua, listen. Well, he's good. He's good. No, I'm not bringing him back. If I'm from the owner, I'm not bringing him back. You're not playing for us anymore. We're gonna discuss your contract on a buyout, and that's good. I'm not gonna have this on my conscience for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm
And you
not
could
gonna have
have a
this on my
medical
conscience.
buyout in this instance.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have this on my conscience where I let you play and you played yourself into a wheelchair. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Even though I paid all this money, we're gonna ask for a medical contract thing where we have a buyout. We can pay this out over time. We settle, and then that's it. You live the rest of your life. You 124 million dollars up. Congratulations, man. You got a bag. You're a good
Right.
person, good dude. and we're gonna live with that. We got to move on as a franchise.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sit around here and just allow you to play quarterback. I'm okay. And then that bothers me. So now you got to move on. So now the biggest question is, what do you do? Do you bring in a quarterback now, a bridge quarterback that can possibly have it, or what? I don't. What quarterbacks available?
Okay.
You gotta go get you somebody that it's kind of a if you ever watched the movie Moneyball, it's kind of a Moneyball situation.
Yeah.
You gotta find people that can get you on base. You know
So
what I'm saying? It ain't about wins. You it's about getting on base.
can we
So
look? Let me throw this out there.
that's
Do
why I throw
you,
Trey Lance head out there is because I
well,
feel like
I'm gonna bypass that name because I was like, I don't think he has the experience to run with that type of team. But what if you chose like a Carson Wentz? Even though we talked about it, what Carson Wentz i- is a better suited situation to be able to throw the ball because he's got the
where's he at right
experience.
now?
Carson Wentz is back up to no,
North
he's not in
Dakota.
Washington, huh?
He's North Dakota.
Look at it, well, Trey
Okay.
Lance from there too. But
Right.
I forget what team he was on, but he's on somebody's squad. I can't remember because I used to keep all of this stuff in my head. But I saw him during the preseason. I can't tell you. I almost want to say he was back with Washington, knowing
I,
he's not
you
with
know, I
Washington.
Before we go, you want to put up some scores here?
yeah,
I
what we
got a
got?
bunch of different scores popping up.
Well, give me just a second. Oh,
Because I think Kilgore is like 10-7 now. And Tyler High is
Final
up
score.
35-7 against Sigleville.
What?
Uh, Longview is up 27-17 over South Oak Cliff over the Sock. Timpson is down 35-21 against Westwood, Palestine Westwood. Lindale is up right now 17-14 over Van.
How do you spell Sigleville?
Don't give me the line. Hold on. Seagoville. You don't have to put them all up down there. We could just call some of them out. If you want to put up the Tyler, oh yeah, you putting up Tyler High. Okay. And
I just
then
want to put
probably
some up there.
Lindale Van. Probably. Do you see my second window here showing the game?
Yeah.
Can you switch over to that periodically? I don't know how to do that, but it did it earlier. Unless you did it.
Yeah, I was trying to do it like when they did a score or something like that.
okay. So second half started. Kickoff looks great.
Can you see
45-yard line.
Can you see the comments over here on the side?
Yeah, I see Chris.
You know how to pull that up too?
Go back and see.
We ain't got but one, but I
Yeah.
Yeah.
like okay.
If y'all rocking with us, we're trying to operate
Yeah, we're
everything.
trying to make it work. So if you rocking with us right now, White House up 13-0 over Chapel Hill, Kilgore up 10-7 over Gilmore, and Tyler High is up 35-7 over Sigleville.
Said
And
Tyler High. What? 35 to who?
35-7.
35-7 over Sigleville.
All right. Look at that.
And just a side note, uh, Longview was up 27-10 over South Oak Cliff.
You
Mm,
said 47 to who?
27-10.
mm.
I mean
Oh, I thought you
17.
said 47.
I'm sorry.
So, 20,
27-17.
27.
Yeah, Longview over South Oak Cliff.
Got a different quarterback in the game now. Got Malik G in the game.
Oh, okay. Quarterback change. That's good. That's good. And sometimes you just need to tell. It's a tale of two different halves. And I think this is a great switch up for the coaching staff right now. You had a quarterback who had the opportunity to come out there and feel the offense and see what he could do, throwing those two interceptions. that's a costly move. So sometimes you gotta,
Me and Corey
like
have
you
talked
said,
about this.
you
We
gotta
talked
bridge it.
about this earlier today.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, to see what would be if there would be a difference.
yeah.
But
I mean, unless Demetrius Brisbane is hurt, because I don't see him at wide
yeah,
receiver
Well,
either.
you know what? He was hurt at the end of the half when he made that tackle, so it could have been bigger than what we thought.
what we think,
Yeah,
not
That could
just a
because
be the
change,
case.
but a
when he threw the
situation.
interception, and he
He made the
rolled
tackle.
over. Yeah, he made the tackle. He rolled over. He was still on the ground, but he got up and went to the sideline. He was in pain, and I want to say it was his forearm arm area when he was going by. Oh, did he fake the cameraman out? Because they still running.
I don't
Mm,
see him on the sideline there at all. Any kind
So
of
he may have been
uniform.
injured.
yeah,
It definitely could have been injured for sure.
Yeah,
And then, if you're Coach Ridden, this is the perfect opportunity. I'm not gonna let you play. You know what I'm saying? I think he's hurt.
yeah. And it looks like right now, I think they're gonna try to trust the running
I think,
game.
I got to give some kudos to White House. I don't want to do this, but right now they filling them gaps. They filling them running lanes like they supposed to. They staying at home. This is stuff they teach you. This is one-on-one stuff that they
You,
teach you, man. And you don't know how easy it is to turn your shoulders and chase the ball. You know,
Yeah,
you're playing with
staying
house
at
money
home,
right now.
staying in the running lanes is the perfect way to keep a runner like him from getting loose.
You're playing
well,
with house money right now.
Woo!
You know
But
what I'm
then there's
saying?
that when he get out in the open
what
field,
the cameraman? What are you doing, sir?
I think he's trying to keep up.
Right.
Look,
Yeah,
but you know what? The change of pace right now that I'm seeing right now for Chapel Hill, you switched up the quarterback. You go into plays that are in the backfield. So if you're running the ball, you
yeah,
little flare out in the backfield. That's probably beneficial. You throwing them off because if they're beating you on the line, like you said, they're staying home. They're playing solid football up front in the trenches. Then you got to make some adjustments. And right now, I like what I'm seeing. And I like the quarterback throwing passes backwards and they're making plays. But
Yep.
sometimes it can be too much.
You got to
I'll be
make
right back,
plays.
guys. I got to be right back. Hold on. You can switch over to the thing. I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
Yes,
You,
sir.
you gotta you gotta change it up. You gotta change up momentum, change up whatever you're doing out there on the field.
Yeah,
Obviously it wasn't working in the first half, or it may have been working, but you had a couple of picks, interceptions, stuff like that.
yeah.
So
It changes the dynamics of the game.
absolutely. So it does. I mean, it didn't work. So now you have to change what you do, and it's nothing against it. It's not a problem. It's
Right.
now you've got to build upon that. Every Chapel Hill now is third and long. What do you do in this particular, like, what do you do right now in this instance? The
Well,
pass has been working for you. You know, you ran the ball decently.
yeah. And
Why
this
did
is
you
where
just
you get
drop
to
the
see where
pass?
your backup quarterback can what kind of plays him. And that looks like just a drop catch from the wide receiver.
Wow.
And that would have been a great catch and a great play. But I think right now being down 13-0, you're on the other side.
Hmm.
I hate to kind of see them punt the ball right here because I feel like they had a lot of momentum going for themselves. And he just dropped the ball. I would almost go for it. I mean, of course, like we said, we talked about it. This is one of those situations where this game really may not matter to them. Of course, it's a rivalry game. I probably would, we're doing what sound right in football. We're gonna punt the ball away. But if you're trying to get your team to do what they need to, then you're gonna play this like it's a regular game, and you're in a
Right.
situation where you're trying to win. But
Right now they need to turn. They need to take away
yeah, they really do. And putting the ball at
because
the 10-yard line, that's a good move.
so right now, if you're White House, all we gotta do is run the football.
Yeah, because
We gotta
what have
keep
they
getting
been
first
doing?
downs.
Taking
Right.
time of possession, and
Time
that's one of the
possession,
biggest things.
and we buried them down in the run. And
Yep.
then the last time they scored, only thing they done is show the back shoulder fade, and they scored twice.
Right.
And so that's basically what they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if first position they go air.
Well,
First
you
play,
want to take them
first play
out
of this
the
possession they
element.
go air. But let's see. It's interesting, and
Yeah, very interesting.
this is what me and Vince talked about earlier too. was like, I thought Chapel's defense was much improved, and I
Yeah.
said, this is the part. This is the part where we've got to be a smarter defensive team. We got to be a defensive team that says we got to get off the field.
Right.
So it's not about anything else. We got to get off the field to get the ball back to the offense so we can get an opportunity to score points.
Yes, sir.
And either we get a takeaway or we force them to punt the football.
Yep.
That's what we have to do at this point. No penalties, nothing. This is
You
what
gotta
we
play
have to do. You
sound
gotta do this.
football.
You gotta play sound football, gap integrity. Play to your strengths, force
Yes,
them
sir.
to make mistakes. And White House, and look, let's be honest. It's easy to not make that many mistakes when you're running the football in between the tackle.
Right.
That was
And
almost a
it's
mistake right there.
especially if you're running back and hold on to the ball, it's a good, easy way. But they gotta stop the run. They gotta stop it. And communication, I don't know if they're communicating because I'm sitting here watching them. Secondary looks like they're talking, but that front line, they got to be a little bit more cohesive up front. I don't see much of them talking. I see them looking to the sidelines, holding the hips. They gassed right now, and
Right.
it just started. And this is where you, like you said, you got to get off the field. You got to make a play. They got a first down, so they got at least 3 more plays to get that first down, and you got to make a play here.
You got to get stops.
Yes, you got to get them.
That's the most important thing is getting stops, getting off the field, forcing them. A takeaway would be perfect. You got to
Exactly.
get a takeaway. If you get a fumble, a scoop score, game's different now.
Exactly. And momentum changes. Uncle Mo is in the building, and then guess what? Everything changes.
Right.
That's a good play right there. That's a good play.
Good defensive play.
Because, like I said, I think White House came in with the idea concept is, hey, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball at them, and we're trying to take that time away. And you can see that's what they're trying to stick to. But they want to stick to, hey, let's run the ball, let's pound it, take time of possession, keep their offense off the field, and that's how we're going to beat them.
Yep. See what we got
Like
here.
they're not doing anything fancy.
Yeah, so that can't. Those big runs like that.
Yeah,
that can't happen. Now you got a third down. Now this is a big possession.
Right, most definitely.
Third down and 2. A third down and 3.
Yeah, 3.
It's about third down and 3. Third down and 2. Now you got to get a stop.
Yep. Otherwise, what's going to happen is
it's another first down.
Yep. And I'm watching this. There are not a lot of subs coming off. Nobody's coming to help you. And that's one thing when you, as a defense, that from the beginning. If hey, we're the guys, you need a 3 and out.
Right.
Ain't nobody coming to save you.
6:05 remaining in the third quarter.
And they run the ball. First down. First down.
Dang. Another all-state first down for White House. Run the ball.
That's tough, man. And maybe they need to change the alignment up on the front end, but on the front line, I don't know if it's gap protections, what I'm seeing, but they just running the ball to the same side. And I don't know if they know something. They keep 50s coming off the field. I love his attitude on the field right now because I'm seeing him talking and he's trying to get there and make plays. But it's something about that left side. I don't know what they're looking at. Well, right side for me. But they
at right side.
Yeah, that right side. They just keep on looking at it and they keep going there. Yep. And they're going back there again. Man.
Well, now he's out of bounds, but I'm curious to see how much time is on the clock.
Well, it was 6 minutes, so I'm sure they're running this clock. It's probably about midway through that 5 mark now. And that's tough, man. This is how you don't want to lose a game. I think this is the worst way to lose a football game. A team pounding the ball down the field. And they taking time of possession over you, and they're not allowing your offense to get on the field. It's probably got to be one of most demoralizing ways to lose a game.
Right. That was a good stop.
Yeah,
so now you got 2 stops. Now you've got 2 stops. It's third and long. You know, obviously, if you're White House, you're gonna run the clock down to this,
Right.
3 seconds. You know, and
All right, fellas.
clearly, you're not gonna do anything to jeopardize it. So if you're White House right now, do you throw the football? Or do you continue to run it and just punt it?
You know what? At this point, you're not hurting your team, so I feel like they'll probably throw because you want the first down because you know what you're doing on the run. You know you're getting the yardage.
Mm.
You know you're getting the
That clock
yardage.
stop.
There we
That's
go.
big
And
possession.
see,
So
that's why I say
so
I figure they throw the ball. They just throw it up to see what happens. But you want to get that first down if that's the case. I feel like they could have ran a better play call. You know, you got some 10-yard outs or some curls in there, but you want to get that first down, and that way you can go back to running the ball first and second down. But you know, to each his own. Chapel Hill gets another opportunity
What
to
happened?
possess
What
the
I missed?
ball. Well, you missed a lot of Chapel Hill getting the ball drove down the field and the front line, and they kept running to the right side. And that right side, I don't know what it is about that right side that they see over there, but they gained quite a few yards. Started at the 10, got midway through.
Yeah, they
Chapel
were
Hill did
moved.
a great job of
Why what?
making the stop, and that's what they got to do. They got to
I
stop
don't
the
see no
ball.
point.
Well,
yeah,
you don't see no points, but what's happening is Chapel Hill's being limited in opportunities to score. White House, like we said, y'all, we talked about that plan. If we can keep their offense off the field and they can't be dynamic in what they do, we win the game. They came in with a simple game plan. They didn't plan. I don't think they planned hard for this. Not saying that they didn't prepare for it. I don't. I think when they put their game plan together, they said, "Man, let's stop them from being on the field. If we can drive the ball down the field,
there you
run the
go.
ball,
He
win the
gone.
clock,
There
Oh,
that's
you
our
that's
go.
it.
game."
That's it.
Oh my
What I tell
goodness,
you.
And so, and
that
now
young
look
man
Hey,
what
is
you can
gone.
do.
Mama,
Now
And
there
look
that's a
what
goes
you
that
can
man.
do.
touchdown.
Now look what you do.
That's
You
a
get a stop,
touchdown.
Mama, where goes that? There goes that man.
and look what happens. Your defense, you get a stop on defense, you get the ball back, now you score. Now
Hey
your
Vince,
defense is
Vince, who's
now
at the
you get
door?
reps.
Who's at the door, Vince?
Mama, there goes that man. Oh,
Uh,
that's Uncle, and that man is Uncle Mo.
okay,
And be
that's what
ready
I
to
thought.
go and go.
And this is exactly
Everybody,
what you
everybody
look
got
for,
Uncle
though.
Mo. Everybody got Uncle Mo. You
And
know,
now watch. I think this is where White House panics because
Yeah.
if they score again, your game plan is ruined because you didn't prepare for if they start scoring. You prepared to run the clock down, and when you get behind, how are you going to react? You start
so
changing the plays.
so now here's the curious part. Chapel Hill just
Hmm.
scored. I'm just gonna assume it's probably 2:59 or so left in the ball game, or left in the third quarter.
In the third quarter, right?
Now, if you're White House, do you stick with the run,
You
or now
better.
do you mix it up?
No, because your quarterback's been in the game, he's throwing one fade pass in the back or a back shoulder pass to the corner of the zone. If you start throwing the ball, I'm not saying that it's possible or that it's going to happen, but he hasn't been in a rhythm. And quarterbacks, you have to have a rhythm. If you've been handing the ball off, now what is Chapel Hill's defense going to expect? I'm sure their coaching staff is already thinking in their head, okay, we got to score. They're going to try to pass the ball. And if they have decent DBs and secondary that looks like they talk to each other, this could change the whole game if you start really passing that ball and you get
Mhm.
out of hand. And so I would probably stick to what's working right now. The running game has been excellent for you guys.
I agree
If
with
you
you.
panic and if you panic and go to the passing game and
You
you
can't panic.
make that
You're
turnover,
not down. You're not
yeah,
down and out yet.
exactly. So
You
you
just
play
all you
the
gotta
game
do is
that
just
you've
get
been
another
playing.
score, and you gotta get another score and stay ahead of them.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
And that's the
Who's
name of
scoring
the
you need?
game.
Yeah. And so running the ball has been you controlling the clock too.
Exactly.
If you limit to
Mm-hmm.
them one maybe two drives a quarter, that's
Yes,
ball.
sir. That's
As long
right.
as you keep scoring.
So I mean, don't change what you're doing yet.
Yeah.
Because right now you still have the lead. It's 13-7. If you lose that lead and you start panicking, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. See, that's
Brisbane.
what scares I think a lot of teams though, is that it's just like that. 1 minute you're
Hmm.
up, the next minute Stewart goes 60 yards on you.
Well, and you
Right.
know what? And that's the reason why you sat there and you said if we keep them off the field, this is how we win. Because you were afraid of the dynamic plays that could be made. And it just showed. Because, like I said, I'm not familiar with Chapel Hill football. Y'all know it better than me. But I'm sitting here watching. It's like when a team tries to take the clock away from you, they are in defense mode.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, because I think they, well, from what I've just heard, Brisbane's shoulders hurt, so he's
Okay.
his pads off. So
Okay.
Well, and not a bad thing. Y'all got a quarterback that can hand the ball off. He's shown he can throw, so he knows the offense. So, and you got a darn good running back. So that's nothing to worry about. So all you need is one play, and the defense is hyped up. They're gonna get a run like that because I seen them go wide. Linebackers came outside, or defensive end went a little bit wide, but guess what? Trying to make plays. People flying around the ball. They got momentum now.
you got to
It's
fly
third
around. You
down
got to
and
make
one.
plays. Third
Yeah.
down is a big, it's a big third
Yeah.
down. It's a very
Yeah,
big third
third
down
down and one.
position right now.
But you know what? I won't even say it's a big third down. You don't have to be off the field here because if they get a first down, y'all are still in the game.
Right.
And let's see what we do with the next set of downs, if it even happens. Because I feel like they have momentum on their side. Uncle Mo is in the building.
Yeah. I mean, what I was meaning with it's a big third down for White House,
Oh,
and
most
then
definitely, most definitely.
they got a first down.
And just watching, oh yeah,
Mm.
good play. He
Push.
got it though.
That's what's impressive about White House.
Right.
It's not that the hole is there. It's that he's making contact and pushing
And
another
pushing
three
through.
yards.
Yes, sir.
That's a bruising runner right there. That I admire runners like I talked about this when me and Keith, the quiet, aka the Quiet Storm, if y'all know him, uh, we were in Rusk, and there was a runner out there that was like that. He was a bruiser, man. He just every time he touched the ball, he was downhill running, squaring up on everybody, and they didn't know how to handle that with the runner coming
Lean
right at you, not
forward.
trying to dodge you, you
No.
know.
Yeah.
And he
And
was
Lean
see,
he was
forward.
falling forward every time. Yeah,
there it is. And see,
So I'm
look,
gonna say this:
look at that momentum. Look at that. They hype.
Tre-
yeah.
if you've
They
never
getting
seen
out.
Trevor Brooks play, Trevor Brooks is the
Trevor
honey badger.
Brooks
He's number
is an
12.
animal.
Number
He's number
12.
12.
I like that
He's
young man.
he's all over the field. He's all state.
People been
Well, honestly,
hey, they've been swearing that boy was a senior since he started playing at the school.
right. But
He a
honestly,
grown man
man,
out there.
honestly, he's probably one of the best football players, if not the best all around football player on the team. He makes plays,
Oh,
and
I'm watching.
eventually he's gonna make a play. Give him time. Eventually, he's gonna make a play, and we've seen
Ooh.
him
Look at
make
that.
play after play after play. But
Ooh.
he's one
Yeah.
of those players where you got to account for it. And
Well,
he's made those plays, timely plays over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Right now it's back to a third down.
it's back to a
You
long
know,
third down. And
back
we
to a
saw what
third down
happened.
play. It's a
We
long
saw what
third
happened.
and what, third and six.
Yeah, by 36. And if Chapel Hill gets this stop, I anticipate looking at they'll throw a pass or two in the running game for you guys. That's a problem for White House. That's a problem that apparently they don't have the speed to stop you guys. But that's why you want to beat them right now with the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're running the
Good
ball.
job.
Yep, that's a stop.
Yeah. So
That's a
so now
stop.
Chapel's got to stop. It's fourth down.
And two,
Does White
fourth and
House
two.
go for it or do they
You
punt it?
know what? On the other side of the 50-yard line, I wouldn't go for it because, like we said, there's no time to panic, and it's not fourth quarter yet. So if
They
this
take
is
a
fourth
timeout.
quarter, and I mean, you
That's
take a
fourth quarter.
timeout, that's fine. But this is me.
That's fourth
Why would
quarter.
you take the time out? Is it fourth quarter already?
Yeah, just fourth quarter.
Okay. So it did this part right here. If it's fourth quarter, if we're going into the fourth quarter, you cannot. You if they if you got to kick it off. You got to punt the ball because you're not later in the clock. It's not to the point where hey, we stressing. You punt the ball, you see what happens. If you get behind, knowing your game plan, you probably already gonna lose this game. You're probably gonna lose it.
It's very possible.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
the explosive plays, that's what you're afraid of. That's why you're trying to protect that clock.
yep. Because
And we
now you
just
playing
saw
keep
it.
away. You
hmm
playing keep away
And
from the team. You don't
and
want them
it's
to get the
smart.
ball back.
Look, when Vince saw it, he said the same. When he first came on, Vince said the time
Yeah.
possession. Of me not knowing what I'm looking at from the beginning, but I'm watching this game. They keep running the ball, they running the ball. They can pass the ball. Clearly, I can see that they can pass it, but they didn't come set up for passing game. They said if we take this clock, we keep Chapel Hill off the field, they keep the offense off the field, we can win this game. I know that's what the coaches told me. Because I'm sitting here looking at it, and these kids believe it. But at the end of the day, one play changed that whole third quarter.
So
Who's
here's
to
White
say
House.
this fourth quarter gonna not change the game? Because if they score again, I pretty
Oh,
much say
jeez.
that's a wrap.
Is that a timeout or a false start? That's a false
Timeout, I
start.
think. Oh, they call false
I think
start.
that's a false start.
Okay, because they're pointing. Because I thought I
Yeah.
heard them say timeout, but
I thought he said timeout. It
yeah,
could be
because
a
I thought
false
I heard them
start.
say timeout.
Now I'm gonna
Oh,
tell
they
you
got
what.
a false start.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not one of these guys, but I do have to say this. It is a rivalry game. I have seen a false start turn into offsides plenty of
Yep,
times, plenty
yep.
of times in my day. You
Because
know,
they're hype right now, and guess what? All it takes is a little, hey,
a little hanky panky over here with the
yes,
flag,
sir.
and
Well,
now
because
now false starts are offsides, and a face mask is a you just never know.
yep.
So now if you're Chapel Hill, do you play a possession game?
No,
Uh oh, uh oh,
you play your brand of football.
uh oh,
Oh
uh
my,
oh.
oh my,
Up, up,
oh
up,
my,
up,
oh
up.
my. Run, young man. Yes, sir. And y'all
Kevin
say it
Brooks
all
making
around.
plays.
Yeah, big players make big plays. You're on defense. You're running kickoffs back. That right there, that's a game changer, man. Like you're feeding your team right now, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's big. It's a big possession for Chapel Hill, real big,
Ball
because
is
now
out
you
to
got to
almost
score.
near the 50-yard line. All you got to do is play football. Play
Yep.
football. This is interesting game. This is very interesting.
It's a rivalry game, man.
Hey, it ain't as, it's a good game to me. I
Oh yeah.
Mm. He's still pushing.
fight.
He's
Look
still
at
pushing.
that. Look at that. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That right there, White House is lose. I'm sorry, White House is lose.
Oh my God.
White House is a lose.
Mhm.
That's determination right there. Them boys was lose. They ain't gonna chop that game up right here.
I hope you're right. For those young men's
uh,
sake.
so right
For
now,
those,
well, the last update I got on the Kilgore game is 10-10 tied up.
Yeah.
Kilgore. Yep. Oh, you got it down there already. I didn't even see
Yeah,
it.
I tried
Okay.
to update it.
gotta run through the hole, young man. Not the stutter steps.
And I was thinking that too. Does Chapel Hill take this to a possession game? Are we trying to milk the clock and run it to not give the ball back to White House?
No,
You know what
because
I'm saying?
I'm not gonna say that they. I mean, you don't have to, because White House really hadn't showed you anything but the run. Now, who's to say they don't have a really good 2-minute drill or whatever to try to get down the field and
Right.
score? I don't know their offense like that. But at the end of the day, right now, the way your defense just handled them, they making great plays right now. I would just stick to doing what I'm doing. There's no reason to try to do it, possession game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we're low on the clock, that's one thing. We know we can get it down there and score. No, I'm going for the win right now because
Well, I
I'm
mean,
my
let me rephrase that. I don't want to say that in the back in my that my intention is not to have a possession game.
right, right,
However,
right.
if it invites them that I can run the football
Oh, most
and
definitely,
really, you know
yes.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I
Woo,
understand what you're saying, but I was like, if you
woo.
don't have to, you don't have to.
So
Man, what are we
I got
doing,
an
young
update
man?
for you. Something that I said, Corey. No, I called him
That
earlier
was wide
today,
open.
and I said I pray what I say, Corey? I said I pray for whoever had to face Carthage after
the Big
losing.
Red Machine.
And the score right now in the third quarter is 51-14.
51-14. Who they
The Big
playing?
Red Machine.
Liberty
What they?
Island.
Sheesh.
The Big Red Machine.
51-14.
What did I tell you, Corey? They've been
So
on
is
the
that
line
another?
since last
Is that
Friday.
another state championship already this year? Good
Well,
run,
I
young
tell you
man.
this: losing to Kilgore put. I told Corey something earlier. I said, you know, I've lost some big games before, and I remember how those practices start out the following week. You usually
Oh
start out
God.
with the coach blowing the whistle and you getting on the line of scrimmage.
Yes,
Get on line.
sir. You
You
know
know,
it.
yeah, you know what it is when you hear
Oh,
that
you
whistle.
know I know it.
And the tone in the whistle is so different from any other whistle.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, but you start out like this. That
Look,
get on line.
ain't no
Who's
smiling
on
out. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Good run, young man.
Cameraman
Good
was
was
run.
gonna say
already
that they
looking
missed
for
the
it. He was
false
Yeah,
like,
start.
he knew it was over.
They missed the false start, but we're gonna let that roll.
Hey,
but
referees
I
didn't
told
call it. We
Corey,
can't call it.
I said, knowing knowing Carthage and how devoted they are to football out there, how serious they take football out there. They've been on that line since last Friday. They ain't played no
Yeah.
football.
Yeah,
They've
I'll
been
say
blowing
that's
that
a
whistle
foul on the
since last
defense.
Friday. And I pray for whoever got to face them tonight.
Well,
I
you
don't care
know,
how good they are. Whoever got to face them tonight, they gonna come out
well,
like some animals.
well, you know what?
They gonna come
Sometimes
out
when you
some
win so
savage dog.
much, when you win so much, you don't know what adversity really feels like.
You know.
And when it hits you in the mouth, you got to go out and put 51 up against another team, so they can say, "Hey, we not ever taking that for granted again." So this is
Yeah.
me. That loss may have got them another state championship already in the bag,
It's possible.
and I
It's
hate to say that, but Carthage has been darn good. Carthage has been darn good for years now.
And
They
so I
just,
was
I
talking to
feel like
Corey. I
they
said,
ain't
think
played the
about it
right
like this.
people, but they've been
The last
good.
2 games they played were losses.
Man,
So the last 2 games, when was the last time they had back-to-back losses?
this me. You said the last 2 games. Look, let me put my
They
fingers
lost
up too.
they lost the game that should have took them to state last year to turn around and
Yeah,
play the
that's
first
right. You're
game of
right.
the year,
You're
and they lost
absolutely
that
right.
one too.
Yeah, you're right.
They
The
lost
Big
back to
Red
back.
Machine.
That's
That's what we call
tough.
it, the Big Red Machine.
They
But
ain't
you know
lost but
what?
one game in 10 years. I can't even tell you the last time they lost back-to-back games.
Right.
Nobody knows it. That information is lost.
That's crazy.
That
That is
information
crazy
is lost.
logic. It's
So
kind of like the stat where they said Sean Livingston never missed a jumper. Sean
mm,
Livingston never missed a jumper.
How you
He
pull
was
that
like,
off?
bro,
well, let me see.
he was jump shot king over there.
Yeah.
Inside around the paint, he never missed a jump shot.
He had that little extra hitch in his jump shot. I like that.
Man, dude never missed one. I'm sitting there like, that's crazy, because I was like, I had to go back and think about it. Sean Livingston was money.
Yeah.
And before the injury, Sean Livingston could have been anything. After the injury, but you just end up with 3 championships and never missed a jump shot?
Right.
Crazy. I want to say it was like 1,300 for 1,300 and something. It's a crazy, amazing stat.
Let's see what
Yeah.
we got here. You can't take any losses, young fella.
Oh man, you got to be quicker than that, quarterback.
You can't take any losses.
Yeah, can't take no losses.
Yeah, you can't take no losses. You
But
gotta
he
turn
he got to
around.
get upfield though, because he
Yeah, you
wobbled
can't
out
take
there.
no
You got to make a
losses.
decision. Get upfield, get what you can get, live to see another day.
So now you had a couple of penalties for Chapel Hill. Now it's in fourth down territory.
Almost
You
definitely.
gotta gain your ground now. You gotta score. There's
Yeah.
no question about this. You have to score.
Well, I thought they missed the penalty on White House out there because he threw Chapel Hill dude to the floor. But neither here nor there. Oh God, that should have been a touchdown. He should have had the wide receiver on the outside.
We
He
should have
came
stepped up.
open.
What he
Yeah.
should have done was he should have stepped up in the pocket, planted his foot, and he probably would have
It's
got
hard
it.
to drop that off in there though, because it was kind of
It
in
really
a
was.
he had a dude in front and behind him, and he's standing in the middle of them.
Nah,
I
he
mean,
would have been fine
Taylor
if he
did a
would have
good
threw it to the
job to
wide
jump up
receiver
and
on
try
that.
to tip it as best he could, but I don't know.
That
That's
was
a
a
hard throw.
touchdown. If he threw that ball where he should have threw it, that was a touchdown. This game is totally different. There it is, right there up the middle. Oh my gosh, the touchdown
Oh
was up the
wow.
middle. The
What they
Oh wow,
say?
he
touchdown was
catches
up
it.
the middle.
First down, baby.
The touchdown was up the middle, man. You can't blame him. He saw who he saw. I mean, really good pass. I don't. They're trying to hurry up and run the play because I don't know. We ain't got replay in high school,
Right.
but it was a good catch.
That's a touchdown. No
That's
instant
touchdown.
replay.
That's touchdown. Yeah,
Definitely could have been an
yeah,
incomplete
that's touchdown.
pass. But we don't care. We got a touchdown.
This game is totally over. I promise you that.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it like that. I'm not doubting anybody's team. Hey, now quit showboating out there. I will say that to the dude that just ran off the field.
Yeah,
Can't blow the kisses out there.
that's a coach's son. I don't know who he's talking to.
Nah,
But
he better stop it.
right.
Cause I don't
Right.
need him messing up my prediction here.
Right.
Cause that's one way to piss off a team right there.
Right.
But no, I really think with this game going 14-13, provided they make the kick, there we are, 14-13. I say it's a hard hill for you to climb up because you're the home team. Now you're in a position where you have played possession football, time management football, take the ball away from the other team, and within a matter of plays, this game has changed.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden you go from a possession football game to a
Yeah.
football game.
Yes, sir.
You know, so now if you Chapel Hill, very this is that weird part, right? You don't want to get White House in field position where they kick a field goal, right?
No, most definitely not.
So now
'Cause-
you got to keep them out of field goal range, and you got to keep them from
but
driving the ball up the field.
and once again, you got to make stops. You got to make a stop.
That's it's. If I'm telling my defense right now, 4 and out,
There you go.
with 4 and out, 3 and out. They don't
Because
give them an opportunity. 3 and out. Get
at
2
this
good
point,
stops, watch the pass, and that's it.
yes, sir. Because at this point, I feel like White House is just like, man, hey, we got to get the ball. We're trying to go score. And when you're trying to rush and get that lead back,
Well, that was a
we're more
yoke kick.
prone to mistakes. They haven't played with they haven't been behind.
Right.
So this is where you get to see, hey, what they were really about. Are they really that
So,
team?
and this is a good testament to Chapel Hill as well. If you
Right,
coach Reardon's team, you talk to your guys, and especially on defense, no penalties.
right.
Get off your blocks, make a play.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Secondary's got to be sound because I got a
secondary got to be
feeling.
sound,
I think
watch out
this
for a
is
halfback toss pass. If they
well, it
score
could be
quick,
anything.
hey, we got to watch out for it. They want to run the football. No big plays, no explosive plays. Let's
Well,
make a play.
DBs play smart. Don't run up and be in the hole when you don't need to be. And
Right.
oh my God, yeah, they flying to the ball. This game is over. These boys are hyped because I'm just watching them take off their lunch and man, this is a problem. This is a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
That's
And
it.
I
They
don't
go
think
in
White
the
House
half.
knew
They
what they was
talk
getting
to him.
into.
They talk to him,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah, he hurt. He out of there.
I hope he's all right, man.
Yeah, I hope he's all right too. But that's what I'm saying. They're flying to the ball now, and I don't. They're not trying to cause the injuries, but you can tell the difference in a team that's hyped up now. Them boys are flying to the ball. That's why I said I'm
And
watching. I'm
and
watching. Look at White House as they walk off the field, man. I'm just watching because they looking back. Man, you know how when you're on the field, it's a swagger about you, and you get that lead back. Hey, you at the opponent's house. Man, hey, we here now. We changed this game because I'm sitting here like I feel it myself, and if
you
I
know
can
what
feel it, I know they feel it.
I always love about basketball. Whenever there's a basketball team that they maybe not as good as you are, but
Right,
they played a good basketball game and they finally
most
took the
definitely.
lead. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you can
Hmm.
tell that team that finally took the lead. You can tell like, oh my God, we got the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Hmm.
know now. I don't know, dude. All of a sudden, they're dribbling the ball hard. You know, they don't know what to do now. I got a lead. I got a 4-point lead. It's 33 seconds left in the game. I'm dribbling
Yeah.
the ball hard. I mean, I don't know what to do with the ball. You know, no, you're nervous.
Right.
You right now, if you're Chapel Hill, we've seen them in the past be nervous. It's good to have
Mhm.
games like this where these games are close because I think
Yeah,
those are invaluable lessons you teach your
Oh,
kids
most
is how to
definitely.
win close games.
gotta
You know
That's
what I'm
win
right.
saying?
close.
It's easy to
Yep.
win games when you're up
When you
by
up.
15,
Yeah.
30, 40
Yeah.
points, but can you close out games when those games are close?
Well,
You
it's kind
know,
of like when we alluded to Carthage. Carthage has played blowout game after blowout game. When you take two L's, like Vince said,
Mhm.
you learn from that. And that whistle hit different when you go to practice. The
Yep. Because they've
practices are
been on the
different.
line since last Friday.
Yes, sir.
Coach been blowing that whistle since last Friday. Then he let them loose tonight.
Yeah.
Finally
And
let them off that line tonight. They said no more.
because you lose this game tonight,
uh,
man,
Because if you
that's a
lose this
whole
one
different
tonight,
story.
you're gonna have
all they doing is
listen.
conditioning all week.
You know it.
Listen,
Look, you know your
if they'd have
plays. You
lost
know
this
that
one
playbook.
tonight, I'd have had to go to my Bible. I keeps it right here. I keeps it close. I would have had to run to this for Chapel Hill.
Yes, sir.
It's quiet on the bus.
I'd have
When the
had to
bus
talk
ride
to the
on, it's
Lord.
quiet.
Lord, that big red machine is coming.
Look.
Like
And
coach
I
Ooh.
is
need a
upset.
blessing.
That's a big
That
stop. Now that's a big stop for
Ooh.
Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
Major stop.
is.
Yeah.
Now White House is in a fourth down situation. They gonna go for it or they gonna
Nah.
punt it.
You punt the ball here. But it looks like they feel to go for it, which is I think if they go for this is a major mistake. You
Because the
punt the ball.
coach is saying, it doesn't matter at this point. Either I'm gonna go for it, get a first down, or they're gonna take possession at the 40, at the what, the
Well,
45, 44,
if
46.
that's the
It
case,
don't, it don't matter if they at their own 20 or at your 20. One play is the game.
there you go. And this is me. This alludes back to what we
Whoa,
were
false
talking about
start.
in the beginning. This play, oh
Oh,
Lord, oh Lord, this right here we talked about nervousness, but this play right here would have meant
Now they
everything
got to
because
punt it.
it should have punted it in the first place.
Now you got to punt it.
But this lets you know right now we were gonna win the time of possession. That's how we was gonna win the game. That's not a. It's a great philosophy in essence, but when you play the team, that's why we always say, hey, you got to play the game.
Right.
It don't always work that way. And I think this is one of those games where we thought we was gonna just sit there and we was gonna time of possession it. Chapel Hill wasn't gonna wake up. No, them dogs eventually wake up.
Oh, they going for it. I take that back.
Oh Lord,
He
bad
overthrew it.
decision.
Chapel take. Wow.
Wow,
that's
We
some
talked about this
influence.
when we talked about this last year when Athens used to disrespectfully not punt the football against opponents. We said disrespectfully because it'd be 4th and 7. Oh, we're going for it. Like,
well,
dang, really?
this
I mean, they
to
did that
me.
often.
The fans in the stands, I already know it. They're probably like, "That's a dumb play."
Well, here's
And
what I'm gonna tell you. Disrespect or not, if I know I can't stop you defensively, I'm not giving you the ball back.
there you go.
My opinion. I'm not giving it to you. Like you're gonna take it from my hands. You're gonna have to.
Right.
My offense is gonna stay on the field the whole time. As long
Right.
as that ball is in my possession. Now, in the first quarter, second quarter, all right, yeah, I get it. But when you talking about when we down like this and y'all just doesn't magically come back off of really just a handful of plays.
Yeah,
We when you think about White House, they drove the field.
they sure
Multiple
did.
plays. They held the ball the whole first quarter just to get one score.
Yes, sir.
You
Now,
know? And
now
And
they
here
if
we
you
are.
erase that 13-point lead with one play, they stopped you, and then all of a sudden you got on the field in one play. One
well,
play.
and that's why I say the philosophy of time, possession, holding the ball, it can make or break you. And tonight, I really feel like it broke White House because they came in with that mentality and philosophy. And it's not like if you playing a team that's not superior to you, that will definitely work. A team that's on level with you or better than you, that's not gonna work. It may
But
work the
if you
first half
but if
because
you're
maybe we
Chapel
haven't made
Hill,
adjustments, but it's not a good philosophy to go in with.
Now, if you're Chapel Hill, you got to get a first down.
Yeah.
You know, it's in that territory where, all right, guys, we can't just meddle our way through it. We've got to play the possession game. Now we're playing a possession game with them because they want to get the ball back.
Well, you know what? I don't even know if you're really playing the possession game because it's third down. And I'm just looking at it like this. If we get the first down, oh, Lord, I don't know why we ran that play right there. That's a bad play. But, I mean, regardless, you ran a play that's really not good. I feel like you could have thrown the ball to get the first down. But you got to give some more effort in there. But I feel like if you get the first down, this game is still, it's over. And if you punt the ball, you still gotta get down there, and they gotta go score. And now White House has a lot to prove.
So now it's a big question: if you're Chapel Hill, do you punt it?
You know what? Yeah, it's the smart thing to do. Because what have they shown you since they had the 13-0
I'm not gonna give
lead?
them an easy field. No, if they stop this right now, I'm not gonna give them an easy field.
Exactly. That's what I say. You
I'm
punt the ball.
gonna make them go 90 like they did
There you go.
the first time.
There you go.
They
Yes,
haven't
sir.
proven that they can do that again since.
Punt
If
the
they
ball.
do, then that's beef with my team.
There you go. I love it because there's no way I'm gonna give you the easy field.
They
They gave it
ain't
to
got
us.
nobody on their team that can go 0 to 60 like that.
Yeah. Because even on the long run, nobody was close enough to stop him. I feel like you would have to have a pass play that were broken coverage and gets you an easy touchdown. Maybe somebody misses an assignment. But right now, Chapel Hill's playing solid football. They're running to the ball. Man, make them win the game. Because they haven't proven it, like Vince said, you haven't proven this since the first quarter. So if you haven't proven that to me, I'm gonna make you prove it today. If we're going forward, that's not a good option. I'm putting the ball. You would have to you got to get the first down. You got to get the touchdown that way.
Carthage is up right now, 58-20.
Jesus, I'm surprised they gave up 20 points.
Oh, I guess that's game. That's over. That's final. Well, I don't know. I see. Yeah, I guess that is final. Ain't no more. There's people leaving the stand. Well, I mean, I figure they probably been leaving. Yeah, because there's football players out there. Yeah, that's game. That's ball game. Yeah, they dropped 58
on a Friday the 13th.
They dropped 58. I don't even remember the last time I seen them drop 58 before, but maybe they have. I don't know. But I don't know. If they would have heard what I said earlier today, that's why Corey laughing, because I said, man, I feel bad. I'm glad they didn't sign Chapel Hill up for that week, because I just felt bad for whoever had to see them. I was hard. Like to win in a program like that, and then to lose the last two games you played, you knew they were finna come out here on fire. You knew that. Corey was trying to sell me on their idea. Y'all no good though. They good. You never know. Man, it don't even matter, bro.
Hey, they were good enough to get 20 points.
It ain't even the fact that the big red machine is coming. It's the fact that they see red. They don't care who it is they facing. They don't care if it's Gilmer, Chapel Hill, Anna. They don't care who it is. China Springs. They finna get this business.
That man said China Springs.
They getting it. If they lined up against us September 13th at 7:30, they get this work.
Dog, I knew he was going to say it. It was a catch that worked.
I've been on the line since last week. Coach ain't stopped blowing the whistle yet. No water break.
I can only imagine how practice went. That's crazy.
No water break. Blowing the whistle yet. I'm finna ragdoll whoever
get to that ball. Touch bad. Touch bad.
Yeah.
If they would have kept running.
Yeah. Coach probably walked to the Coach probably walked into to the lunch table. Hit that whistle. Oh, you thought you ate that hot? Go line.
Go line. Like this, yeah. One of your buddies, but y'all been running so long. Man, who we playing? It don't matter.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Line
Don't
them up.
even matter.
It
It's an
don't matter.
L for them.
It's an
L
L
for
for
them.
whoever it is.
It's an
Well,
L
you
for
know,
them.
they should have scheduled like Duncanville or somebody.
They
That would
better
have been
call
great.
Uncle Mo because he gonna catch an L too if he line up in a different
Right,
color.
right.
Not Uncle Mo. Not Uncle Mo
I'm
catching the
telling you,
L.
when it's like that, everybody who against you finna take this L.
I think
Right.
Duncanville would have been great. See, look,
Oh
this
no,
where screen pass. Oh, see, look at that. See,
nah,
now you getting out of
they not
character.
trying now. They not trying now.
No, you know what? They over trying,
But
and that's what's gonna get them in
you're
trouble.
trying something. This is the part you go in your playbook where
Yeah.
we've worked on it, but we haven't worked on it. I gotta
Yeah,
show you. I gotta
that's
Well,
what
give you
that's what it
something
looked
that we
like.
or
haven't
even
It
we
looked like
worked on
stuff
done
it,
they
before.
but we don't run it enough to be successful right now because we don't run the
Not with
plays
yeah.
the
well
guys on
enough.
the team, yeah. Not with the guys on the field.
Yeah. See, look,
Oh,
yeah,
he about
buddy.
to get
Yeah. Yep,
boy,
throw
you
it
You
know
know,
away.
that dude coming
but
at
that's
you.
what Chapel Hill wanted. They wanted because I'm telling my guys right now, my D line, don't get a penalty, don't get a dumb penalty, don't force your way, don't do anything.
Yeah,
And
Force him
look,
out of bounds, force him to make a play, force
it's
him to
easily
make a
third
bad decision.
down. This is easily third down now because
You
this is
know,
what I
because
said.
now your
They got
cornerbacks
out
are
of
playing
character.
right. Now your
Yeah.
cornerbacks are in prevent, nothing
Yep.
deep, nothing behind you. You know what I'm saying?
And
And your defensive linemen are got their ears pinned to the, got the ears pinned up. So now they
because you know
coming.
what? They ready to get off the field. They're hyped. They're excited about what's the
Big
possibility.
plays.
Oh my God.
Big play.
There it is. That's fourth down. See, and this is what happens when you come in with that mindset. If we take time off the clock, if we run the clock down, if we take time of possession, and you only get 13 points, and you know that team can score just like that,
yeah,
your game is over as soon as they take the lead because now you trying to figure out how am I going to score enough points to get the lead back.
Whew.
That's a tough loss for them. The game ain't over, but I'm gonna call it a loss.
yeah. They ain't
Oh,
gonna get that.
that's
Uh,
four
They,
down too, right?
that's over.
they wrap. They
Mm,
Yeah,
wrap.
that you can't make that play
mm.
right there. You got to punt that ball away. God,
That fourth down.
that
That
was
was
fourth
fourth down.
down. That was
Oh
fourth
well,
down.
yeah. You
The
showed them.
disrespect on fourth down.
And I mean, man, it's one thing to be. I'm not saying that the coaching staff was being cocky. But
Nah,
you
it wasn't.
still got to punt that ball. Because guess what? What if you punt the ball and they fumble the ball, muff the ball on the punt return, and you gain possession? You got to play the statistics game. And when you come in with one mindset, this is a perfect example of somebody coming in with a mindset. Like, I would have easily punted that ball. I don't care what coach Carthage could have been in this position right now. They would have punted the football because you know the value if you
Oh
trust your
wow.
defense,
Oh
you trust
wow.
your team.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Bro.
Ball game.
What I tell you,
Ball
Oh
man,
game.
I told
wow.
you this game was over.
Ball game.
I told
Oh
y'all
What
this
did I
wow.
game was
say about
over.
Ricky Stewart earlier? What did I say? He takes
Lord
over
have
the game.
mercy.
He takes over the game,
I ain't mean
And
to
them,
cut you off, JD. I
and
was
they
like, oh
look tired.
wow.
no, you
Oh
you
wow.
fine. Cause
They
I
look
I
tired.
couldn't see it. I couldn't see it
Ouch.
until I looked over because I'm watching on my one screen, but then I looked over here. That's when I seen him cut cross back to
Look at him.
cut across the
Hands on
field.
hip.
Oh Lord.
Yo, he
Hands
went
on hip.
in and out. He did a little tootsie do. And then,
Yeah, he did a little weave in there. And
Hey,
right.
he just
White
yeah.
House. White
Ouch.
House don't know me like that, but I'm gonna tell you this: if your game plan is a run time of possession every game, this supposed to be a long season.
I mean, I
It'll be
think
a
what they
long
did, they
season.
lost their quarterback. So that was one of the things with that didn't help them either. They lost their starting quarterback
You know what?
against
You
Millville.
know, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot
No,
about
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm gonna say this: if you,
Because no, no, no,
what we
no,
talk
no.
about, we talked about developing a quarterback. You should already have a quarterback in the
Oh
making.
wow,
but
So
wow.
that
nobody
way you
does
should
that
be able
though.
to have
When we talk
somebody.
about that, JD, nobody does that. That's why I said what I said earlier.
Well, I know,
If
but
your
that's
quarterback, i.e., Cowboys, Dak Prescott, if your quarterback asks for money, give
yes,
it
sir.
to him.
Give it
Because
to
if you
him.
go
Yeah,
down and your team disappear,
yes, sir.
you
Because
know
look
what I'm
at
saying?
Miami.
Like,
We sitting here discussing Miami. We talked about that real quick, but what happens if they sign nobody? What if they let Skylar Thompson stay as a quarterback? They're not going nowhere. You got to have somebody that's groomed in the position and waiting. You got to.
Here-
And we don't develop
Money.
quarterbacks the way that we should. We
Hey,
always
And there's
give
some people I ain't giving money to. Me and Corey talked about that earlier.
most
I ain't.
definitely.
I'm sorry.
who,
Like
who ain't you
I'm
giving
not
money
giving.
to? Who ain't
I'm
you
not
giving
giving.
money to?
I ain't giving money to Trevor Lawrence. He ain't done nothing
Mm.
yet. Ain't done nothing.
Well, you know what?
I know
They
they gonna
already
hate me
gave
for
it to
this.
Trevor Lawrence. They
I
already
know.
gave it to
I know they gonna
Sunshine.
hate me for this, but I ain't giving Justin Herbert a dime.
Well,
A
I don't know.
dime. Not
I
a
give
nickel.
Justin Herbert that
Not
money
a
before I
dime.
would Trevor Lawrence. I give him
Not
that
a
money.
penny. You
I
want
give
what?
Justin that
Mm.
money. I
You
give
want
Justin that
what?
money.
Have you separated yourself
I can
from the other
imagine.
mediocre quarterbacks out
Hey,
here?
I
Justin
can
ain't
imagine
bad.
you eating lunch. You eating
Now,
lunch.
if you
Just
talk,
Herbert's like, well,
now,
I want 5 for 120. You want what?
Hold on. No. That's what I got to give him that dollar bill treatment. What'd you say? Huh? Huh? What?
What
look,
what you say? What
You
you
what?
better,
know what?
you
If you
better get
talking
up out
about,
of space.
if you talking
I don't
about
know what
Justin
you trying to
Fields,
say.
I can understand it.
I don't know what you trying to say. What you trying to do here? Yeah.
what dollar bill tell him? He said, if I get up out of this seat, it's gonna be trouble.
Hey,
Trouble.
man,
I'm gonna have to do him like that.
hey.
Just if it's gonna be trouble.
Well, Dollar, I was just thinking that maybe I could get. Huh? What'd you say?
That's what's wrong with you. Now you're thinking. What you thinking for?
What you thinking for?
I don't pay you to think. I pay you to throw the football.
That's it. I pay you to
You,
win games. Have you done me
if,
that?
if you remember that movie Draft Day, Kevin
Oh,
Costner.
most definitely, yes, sir.
Yeah.
The quarterback that thought he was getting replaced. He trashed his office. Like, what do you do that for? He's like, I pay. He said, didn't I give you an extension when nobody else would? He's like, yeah. So what are you doing? Like, trust me. Like,
What are you doing?
trust me. I know what I'm doing here. Just trust me. Come on, man.
Man,
But the Giants are the dumbest. I mean, the Giants they look bad,
man.
man.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry. Daniel Jones. I should have stopped where I was at. Daniel Jones, you get nothing. You
Thank
get
you.
nothing. You get
Man,
nothing.
it's bad when your fans boo you. It's
You
bad.
know what?
And Daniel Jones ain't gonna make a good. You know what? Never mind. The
Daniel Jones
Giants just
has a
lost it.
bank in every city.
Yeah, it's a bank in every city, but guess what?
Okay. Lobos up 41, but Sock got 37. And I think they just scored. They about to get 38.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord.
3 minutes.
Todd
Uh-oh.
2 times. Todd two
You know
times
what?
said,
Uh-oh.
Longview ain't gonna lose that game. Hopefully,
Gonna be trouble. Trouble.
Longview
Yeah.
said they ain't gonna
Well,
lose
Wow.
still
this
my money.
game.
Talk about my mama.
Yeah.
What the Showbo say?
Yeah.
Showbo don't trust nobody.
Showbo don't trust. I can't say what Showbo say.
Yeah, Showbo don't trust nobody.
You can talk about my mama. Talk about
Let
my
me call my money.
yeah. Don't
All
yeah.
right. So they got to go for 2 to tie. I think they turn the ball over eventually here.
So now this is the interesting part right now. Closing the game out. Chapel Hill's up 21-13. It's still an 8 point game. So it's a
Right.
touchdown and 2 point conversion still.
Right.
You got to tell your guys, we got to win this thing. Hey,
Well,
we
you know
can't
what? I don't
we
even know
can't be
if you got to tell
lackadaisical.
your guys this right now. These guys know they got to win this game.
They know,
'Cause-
but I mean, let's. I don't want you to get lackadaisical. You got to make that. You got to make that
Well,
play.
that's a hold
God,
right there.
no
That's a hold.
flag.
No flag on the play.
That's a
I don't
penalty.
see a
It's a flag.
flag
It's a
because
Why
that
you
was
flag.
a
don't
I'm
see no
hold.
certain.
urgency from him though?
I
It's a
heard you.
blatant hold.
Uh-oh.
He got popped. Quarterback
Gilmer up
got popped.
17-16.
Now, if there's
I
a
saw
flag
that
on the
too.
play for roughing the passer, that's
Yeah, quarterback got
unacceptable.
popped. Yeah,
That is unacceptable.
quarterback got popped. When he came up and hit him, I knew that was a penalty. I'm like, man,
But
you know
but
what?
you saw the hold just like I saw the hold. It should be offsetting penalties. One for holding.
Mm.
No, that's a cop out right there. That's a cop out. There is no way you don't call a hold. If you call both, you got to call both those penalties.
Pine
Then
Tree
I
up
don't. I had
14-7 over Dallas Carter.
Who is that?
Pine Tree, they up over Carter.
No way.
14-7. Shine Tree. Shout out to Shine Tree.
What?
Yeah, third
Okay.
quarter.
Shout out to Shine Tree. Trying to do something. Trying to do something for 2 something.
Well, you know what? This penalty, it's a bad penalty. I feel like it's a horrible call, and not calling the holding penalty, because I feel like both of those penalties should have been called. But at the end of the day, I feel like you're gonna get a quarterback in the game that's not familiar with what's happening right now. They understand the magnitude of this game, but are they gonna be able to make a difference in the game? But you know what? This could be the difference in finding your next Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. I mean, but
Yeah, I doubt that very seriously, but I'm just
but
throwing
but
it out there. It is White
but you know
House.
where I'm coming from with this. I'm my whole purpose and point of coming from this is that we've got to learn how not to put yourselves in bad situations.
Oh,
Don't
most
make the
definitely.
game harder than what it has to be. Right? Get off the
Right.
field.
Work smarter,
Let's
not
not get
harder.
any dumb penalties. Get off the field. Let's not give them anything to have momentum on. It's a false start
Right.
or something.
Oh,
Let's just
look at
not give
that.
them an
There it
opportunity.
is right there. Not familiar. Fumble the ball.
And I
Yeah.
feel bad for him because now he's got to play quarterback.
Yeah.
You playing against the number 2 team in the state. You playing against the number 2 team in all of Class 4A.
Yeah.
Literally, that's basically what it is. And you're up by 30. You're up 13-0.
Yeah.
Everything's going well. Then all of a sudden,
Oh,
boom, Ricky Smith shoots
oh,
out of the cannon and scores. You
oh,
know,
shoestring tackle. I'm sorry, I got Longview up too. Longview had made a big play.
mm,
Oh, 15-yard pass, and he took it another 20.
Oh, it's only 50 seconds left in this game. Okay.
yeah. I was
Okay.
waiting on the time slot.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
hoping.
like you. It's like I didn't know how much time, but I was like,
Right.
this has been a great game, and I feel like Chapel Hill, as long as they don't, bite themselves in the foot, I think they're gonna be fine. But
Change
like
your
I said,
ticker at the bottom. Your scores off at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
I've watched this game. When I saw what Vince was saying, that the game plan was a recipe for disaster.
Hmm. You gotta have a game plan for if they game plan changes.
There you go.
But
And,
until they make you change your plan, the idea was to stay out there and run the clock.
yes,
But you
sir.
couldn't do that. So then you had to change it up.
Ooh.
Got to counter that.
Well, and the possibilities of stopping a team that's more explosive than your team is really not feasibly possible. It's not.
You just gotta be
Well,
smart about it.
you
You
gotta
gotta
be.
be
You
you
have to
gotta
be
be smart,
sound.
and you
You have to
gotta
be sound on
have you
defense.
gotta play exit. You gotta execute. You know,
Yes,
you
and they
can't come out
executed the
here.
first half. You
Yeah,
executed, but the execution has to carry over into
the
the
best
second half.
thing that you had in your pocket was that Chapel Hill didn't know who you are as a football team.
There you go.
They didn't know nothing about you. You could have
Did he
showed them
catch it?
anything. Oh, pass interference. Wow, flags everywhere. Laundry everywhere.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but luckily in high school football, it's only 15-yard penalty.
How much time is it left?
It should hopefully be like at least 30 seconds.
See, now you're looking at it like I've got to coach my team another 30-second win. I got to make plays.
Yeah, but
You know,
this is 39 seconds left.
mm,
That's a lot of time in football, especially with the clock stopping and everything. That's a lot. So they got to play sound football. Your safety's got to be where they need to be.
where's the
You
camera guy? Gosh,
all over the place. What the world? Did he throw the ball in the stands?
yeah, I think he's threw it out of bounds.
Like,
Listen,
but you got
you know
39
what you're telling him.
seconds.
You know what you're telling him. Hey, it's either out, it's either up and
Yeah.
out of bounds. Hey, just throw it up there and see if you can get a penalty. I
See,
want to. If you can do that, maybe we can advance the ball up the field. You
Look,
know what I'm
because
saying?
I think what you're hoping is you get another pass interference penalty.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And look, if you like Vince said, if you playing smart, there's no way you're gonna bite me more than once. Like if they were really smart, you're throwing short passes trying to make plays right now. You got to throw short passes, try to get some yards. If they made their catch, you got to get up, get on the field, get out there and make another play. But I think it was incomplete. Oh no, they made it okay. So it's timeout.
Third and final timeout.
26 seconds. This is not a good recipe for winning the game. The secondary just got to play smart football. Because the cameraman is, I will say this about the cameraman. Cameraman ain't doing such a great job.
You're killing me, Petey.
Let's not say that too much. I don't even know if we're supposed to be showing his feed that much like that. So
Hey, you know what? I thought about that too.
I don't want nobody coming for us. So you might want to take it down from time to time.
Well, hey, I like this view here. We had us all up here watching the game.
Yeah, everybody likes it until White House come knocking it out.
What are y'all doing?
Hey man, we just analyzing the game, young people.
Hey, dog. Hey,
leave us alone.
Hey, we're not harming nobody, man.
Nah, we ain't taking no shots at nobody.
Yeah. You hear them?
You're
beating at the door.
Nobody, man.
Boom, boom, boom. Who is that?
They better stay away from my door.
It's the White House police. Open up.
Right. I'm waiting for y'all.
Yeah, I don't know no White House police.
I don't know none of them.
I've been waiting for y'all my whole life.
Come through the door if you want to.
First and goal, White House.
They ain't got no timeouts. They got to spike it.
Oh my gosh!
I still think they lose this game. But this is where you grow. This is where you grow right here.
They're mad at the clock guys.
Yeah. This is growth.
Come on, man. Please put 18 seconds on the game. 18 seconds.
18 seconds.
Good God.
It's an eternity in football.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, nah, man, ain't no way. But whatever happens here, it's like you still got to make 2-point conversion regardless. So
man, I don't want that to happen. I want to
Of
go
course,
home.
you don't want that to happen. But you know what?
Home.
The field is shrunk though. The field is shrunk. So you got an inexperienced quarterback, as far as I know, that's in a position that they may not have expected to be in, and he's got to make a really, really good play, or he's gonna make a bad play.
Man, listen, all it takes is one play.
That's all it takes.
Hey, listen, you got a perfect pass design, perfect play design, don't even matter. All it takes is one play.
Well, you know what? I don't know if they have a perfect play, though. The perfect plays was the running plays, and they abandoned it as soon as y'all went up, and that's the tough part.
Was that a perfect play doesn't exist?
Not right now. You know what? The perfect
Only
play
the
right now
scenario?
is they're not in the perfect scenario right now. This is like the teaching world.
He was out.
He scored?
No,
ain't no way.
No.
Put it back up there. He caught him. He was out of bounds.
Yeah. Nah, this is just like when you go to pedagogy. Perfect world scenario. It really don't exist.
Yeah, it don't exist. 4th down.
This ball game right here. And this is probably where they wish they had a Patrick Mahomes on this squad.
We caught it.
Oh my God!
You gotta be kidding me right now, dude.
Now I tell you something. If they get this 2-point conversion and take this into overtime, wow!
He caught that over. I'm tired. Like
that right there that's disrespectful.
Yeah, man.
Like look for the ball.
Yeah, man.
Over your head, man. You got to look for it. You wasn't looking for it. I guess I don't know.
But this is me. You can't play that bump and run right there.
I didn't see the pass interference either, though. I didn't see what got him all the way up there.
I
Got him.
I didn't see it either. I didn't see it either. Of course, cameraman didn't give us that
Yeah, the
that
cameraman
view.
didn't give us a good look at this.
But nonetheless, though, even in that on that possession right there, you make sure that you are playing. You can't play the bump and run for like the. I mean, you because of course you're playing for the pylon right there. But at the end of the day, you see what's happening. You know, I knew it was happening. You got to throw it over the top, back shoulder fade, whatever the case may be. But you gotta back off just a little bit as he's coming off the line. You got to keep him in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you teach a young DB as they continue to go through the season and mature. Because that doesn't happen to me again. I don't care who I am. You're not gonna beat me over there in the last seconds to win a game like
I
that.
thought he played him well. I just didn't think. After a while, I just think the ball was kind of over his head. That's what I
Well, I
thought. He
mean,
was
but that every DB is different. I just wouldn't have
right.
let him behind me like that. He would have never been behind me.
Big
Because you
possession.
don't have but well, you got 20 yards that you gotta play right there. That's 20 yards you gotta play. There's no way he's getting that ball. And he's going back to no, that is not. And if it is, it's on the offense. And they did it again because they got him the first time.
Man, you talk about
And that
composure.
should be that's offensive PI because he swung him around to get around him. That is offensive if they throw anything.
Wow.
No way. No way. See, you made that's not holding. You made that call up. That's
I
crazy.
told you what it is. I told you what it is.
That
Come
is
on,
crazy.
man.
They getting a good game out of this because they making sure they go to 10 o'clock.
I don't know if the lights may go out. So then they gonna run the football.
They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run it.
I wouldn't do that.
They're
You ain't
gonna
gonna
run it.
make that. You
They'll
ain't getting
run
in
it.
there. You ain't getting in there. Not like that.
They're
Your
gonna
best
run that
bet is
ball.
go through the air. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it on the ground.
They're gonna run the ball. I'm telling you.
They
We
got
That's
gonna,
that,
two penalties.
we
And
finna
see that?
fill
Remember I was telling you
every
about?
gap.
3
Remember I was
penalties.
telling
Listen,
you.
Corey, it don't matter. They not finna get this. They not finna get it.
Look,
I
let me
was
They
go
telling
gonna
and
you, I
run
type
the
said,
over here
man,
and
football.
subscribe
they
and
They
gonna
log
they
keep
on.
they
playing the
gonna run the
football until they
football.
get penalties.
They
They
gonna
gonna
run
put
the
it out
football,
there.
and we're gonna fill every hole. We're gonna fill every gap. We're gonna be right there waiting on them.
Well, White House really
Play
lost
action.
this football game. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Play action. Play action. Listen, it's a Saturday. It's a Friday night. I'm ready to go home. Like it's a Friday night, man. I'm ready to go home. It's right down the road. We ain't got to do all this traveling. I can go
Tyler,
home. We
Tyler
can
High
watch
won.
film. Say what?
Tyler High won 48-7.
You know, we can go home. We can already watch the film. We can be out of here by 1:00 in the morning. We good.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I was over.
Oh my gosh.
What I tell you?
Inexperience. Inexperience.
Now you
High
got to do an
snap,
onside kick.
inexperience. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
That's all
Mm.
she wrote.
Scared. They scared. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hold on. How many seconds left on the clock?
And
3
not enough.
seconds. It's 3
That's crazy
seconds.
because we had 18 seconds on.
I'm telling you, like this was the
No, he
longest.
added 18 seconds.
What?
No, it was 18. He said
No, it was 18 seconds.
I thought he said I thought he said add 18 seconds to the
If
clock.
if he
No.
added 18 seconds to the clock, that man was definitely trying to get White House to win.
I mean, this is the longest 50 seconds I've seen in a
Who you
long time in a
telling?
football game. The longest
Man,
50
it don't even
seconds.
matter. They done. They
They cooked.
they
They
cooked.
cooked.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That man said,
Hey, send them to the
Quarantine
gulag.
done,
Let
baby.
them out. Send that. Hey, shoot
Put the
them birds up
quarantine
out
in
of here.
bed.
They gone. Hey, let them fly. They
And pull
gone.
that duck hunt on them. Beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, beep.
What do you say on a Little Giants? That's my niece Becky. She's pissed.
Man, that don't make movies like that no more.
Oh
Nah.
heck no, no man, you definitely not gonna see Little Giants out there like that.
Man,
Love that movie, man. I love
yeah,
Little Giants, baby.
yes,
Hoop
sir.
Dreams, Air Up There, Blue Chips,
Blue chips, yeah.
Butter
Man,
them.
that's my movie, Blue Chips.
Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks
Yep.
2.
Whoa, hold on. They what?
They done, man. They cook. They just giving the kicking the ball away. They not even thinking about trying to get it back.
Did nobody
It's
talk to
been done.
them? But like, where was the onside kick at?
You don't understand.
Right.
They don't want no onside kick. They don't want no
They
more. They done.
coach gave him the done signal.
Half them kids
Done.
probably ain't
Let's
got
go
no helmets
home.
on no more. They ready to go
Bro,
to the house. Look, they
I'm
already in
confused.
the line. They like, yeah,
Okay, he kicked the ball in the end zone, right?
yeah.
Technically, he didn't have to run the ball out, but he ran the ball out anyway.
Well, he wanted to
I
run
just would
that
have
last
ran out and took a
second.
knee
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, they'd had to line up. So he ran that
Right,
last second.
right. But you didn't have to. I would have took the knee. I probably would have took the knee.
or
But
slid.
why would you kick the ball down the field if you weren't going to kick it in play and go down there and recover the ball? Because
Them
at that
kids, he,
point,
I don't think he knew that ball was gonna go that far.
He was ready to go home. I'm telling you. You don't
Yeah,
think
he was
about
ready to get.
anything.
Listen,
You
they
were
they
man,
lost
hungry.
that game when Ricky went 60 and scored that first
hey, that
touchdown.
game
They
was over
they
right
they was
there.
already broken in.
That game was over right there. But that's what happens when you come in with a game plan, and your game plan is time of possession. You knew
You know,
that the other team was more explosive than you. Chapel Hill could have probably, if they played well in the first half, if the quarterback would have played well in the
So
first half
for
without the two
those
interceptions and made some plays, this game is totally different. I promise you,
for those who asking, the game is over. Chapel Hill won 21-19.
man.
yes.
But you know what? It's a good victory, but it's a lot to grow on because you can't make those penalties down the field on passing plays like that. Secondary's got to be better.
Oh yeah, secondary's got to be much better.
Yeah, secondary's got to be better because I don't know if they had safety help over the top. Of course, we didn't get to see the play. Cameraman, bad job on that play.
Oh,
Whoever it is, I'm just throw that out there at you.
Yeah,
But
yeah. What the
hey,
cameraman doing?
do better, do better.
He said do
I
better.
said it was 3 minutes
I mean,
left in
that's
the
all I can give
that
them.
was 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah,
I'm on the
the
Lobos
touchdown run.
no, I'm talking about Lobos and
Oh, okay. Oh,
Sox.
you said
I
in the
thought
third quarter?
yeah, they was in the third quarter.
Nah, bro, don't talk like that.
They
Don't
just
talk
now
like
in the
that.
fourth quarter. They got 8 minutes left, and it's
Dang.
44-38.
It's
And Sox got
17 to
the ball.
16. Gilmore over Kilgore right now. 8 minutes left in the fourth.
Man, these games crazy out here.
You know, hey,
Say
hey,
East Texas
Gilmore.
football for you.
I told you this is the game Gilmore had. Gilmore had to have this one. That
Well,
was the
after
game
that
Gilmore
loss
had to
last
have.
week, most definitely,
They
yes.
wanted this one for real.
Yeah,
Well, you know
yeah.
what? You can't go you can't go 0-2.
Nah, you
You
can't be
can't
the
do it.
defending champions and go 0-2.
You can't do it.
No, they
Nah.
can't go 0-3.
Is it 0
They've
3 for
already
them?
lost against Chapel Hill. They got beat by Pine Tree, Chapel Hill,
Oh
versus
yeah, that's
Kilgore.
right. They did get beat by Pine Tree.
Oh Lord, I forgot about the Pine Tree game. Thank you.
Yeah,
Dang. I knew they lost to Chapel Hill because I saw the highlights for that, but I forgot about the Pine Tree
I
game.
forgot about Shine Tree. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dang.
Sean Tree came out. They've been playing. They not shabby. Top 10.
yeah,
They
They
must
top
got another
10.
Chris Johnson over there or something.
they got something.
Hmm. Oh, Canton over North Lamar. Okay, wait a
Man,
minute. See what we
that,
got
that
here. Look at
that's some
what we
tough
got
gaming though,
here.
man. Well, shout out, never thought I'd be able to say this. Shout out to the Chapel Hill Bulldogs for hanging in there, fighting tough.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Mr. Bush, you know what I'm saying? Coach Bush out there. Got your team ready,
Yeah,
got a dub.
yeah,
Shout
Yeah,
Bush
out to my
got him.
guy Isaiah, one of
from
my
home.
former.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
oh,
I got some ties down there
oh.
right now. I got some ties down there.
Okay.
I feel good about this. Might have to check out a game.
Touchdown
Come
fumble.
out there and hang out with the boys. because I probably won't be wanted out there. They don't know who I am though.
Touchdown.
I'm gonna have to
Woo!
come out there and hang out with y'all.
Man, you have to
Uh-oh.
come. You have to come when the stadium is different.
Oh, no, they didn't do that.
And they took it back.
They took it. Did they take that back?
Look, they took that back.
What game you? What game you? What game you talking about?
I'm watching Lobo, so they done scored. They threw
Oh,
the touchdown. Have you ever seen what's the movie? Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon and all of that. You
oh
ever seen
yeah,
that movie? So you know in the movie he was learning how to dance. He was doing that. He was watching. Oh boy, he was doing that.
yeah.
They done scored. They done started doing that in the end zone, bro. Him and another dude. I think it was two receivers. They started doing it in the end zone. I was like, oh.
Man, you know if we could do stuff like that when we was in high school,
Referee
boy.
threw a flag. Referee threw a flag. He like, nah, y'all
You
not
know
the
what?
clown like this.
I'm glad we
Dang.
didn't, because you know
Hey,
what a dance. It would have been D-Generation X all over again.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, back then we had so much
bro,
It
inappropriate
was
stuff
stupid.
we
It'd
do.
been dumb.
we ain't know it.
Right. It's been a whole bunch of the rock quotes.
Hey,
Jabronis.
look, I can see this. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, hey,
He
hand
scored
out
a
there waiting
touchdown.
on one.
One of the best touchdown celebrations. Was it dude from the Saints? He took the phone out of the
Yep.
pad
Yeah,
and he
he
called
called
somebody.
he called somebody. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
What
was
was
the
the
first
boy's
real
name?
fine I think we ever saw in professional sports, I think, for
Those are still
celebration.
the
Because
best.
he got fined for that.
Oh
Well, you
yeah,
know, Ocho Cinco got fined for everything. I got to give him
man.
credit because Ocho got fined every week.
But he was. But you turned on TV to watch him. I'm not gonna turn on TV to not watch Ocho. I'm gonna watch Ocho.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch him.
Yeah.
And the celebrations now, I kind of, I dig it. I wish, back then they would have let you do it. Because celebration, it's just celebration. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing extra, but, ticky tack, all it is, this, that, and the third.
I gotta ask, since we're talking about it, how are we feeling now about NIL?
By who?
About
NIL?
NIL, the non-existent NIL.
Man, we was just talking about that. Well, I was talking to some of my students at school. You know what? If you need to come up as a student, as a kid going into college, maybe you don't really plan on being in college for the remainder of 4 years, but you want to use it, and you have a gift, a talent, and you can help your family. I'm all for it because it's a way for a lot of people to grow and not what did we say? We work smarter, not harder. We've already had I think we have a generation that already knows that if they don't have to work hard. Let's just be smart about what we're doing. And the NIL kind of said, "Hey, let's play into their hand." Not knocking it. I think it's a great thing because it's a lot of people who probably will benefit from this. Being athletes, families can benefit from it. I really don't care anymore because recruiting is who is the highest bidder. So football programs gonna be up and down across the way, and all you got is NCAA 25 to show for it. I don't care. I can't get no money because I wish they sent me a check.
It's so much. It's so much money being flown around, man.
Yeah,
I mean, them kids.
You know where my student was on it.
yeah, we
I
know.
never believed, and it wasn't that I didn't believe that they didn't deserve
Right,
something. I didn't want them to start collecting paychecks like
like
it was
now,
a job.
and that's
Because
what it is. They
I
have a
knew in
job.
my mind, I kept saying, "Oh, that's a turnover."
Yeah,
Uh-oh. Uh, I knew in my mind, I'm like, once it becomes a job, like it changes the landscape. And once you open that door, you don't get to choose what comes through.
well, and you
So
and
I
you
got some
and look,
people down that
I
I
remember
talked
the words clearly.
to,
I
and
remember the words clearly, and
you
that's what's
know, there were
happened.
some buddies of mine who they were very vocal. When I said that back then, they really wasn't trying to hear what I was saying. And we would have some heated arguments. And now they talk to me and they all say the same thing. they all say, man, I don't like this transfer portal stuff. I don't like the fact that these kids can get up and go anywhere. And I tell them the same thing. Once that door was open about money, you had to expect that something like this was gonna happen.
Well, let me
And he's
throw this
like, well,
out
they
there.
need to change it. I'm like, they're not gonna change it.
They're not gonna
If
change it.
if I got an opportunity to make more money if I go over here, you can't tell me I can't go over there.
Well, look, and not only that, if you can build your roster, that was the hardest problem for Nick Saban. Nick Saban, when he left college football and went to the NFL, what was his biggest thing when he came back? He said, "I couldn't build the roster the way I wanted to." Now
Yeah,
with NIL, you have a transfer portal. You can bring players in left and right as
but you
long as it
see, but
looks
you see
good.
why he left though too.
Of
He said the
course,
moment he went over there, he went to go visit
yes.
the kid, and they parents looked him in his face and said, "How much you pay?" He said he was through.
But you know what?
And
He's
I
the
get
one
it
who
because
have set that
him,
up. I get it. I
he's
get
from
it.
the old school.
Yes,
I'm
but
not knocking it out of the way. I
right,
can see
right.
the benefits out of the way. I'm
Yes,
more
sir.
old school than I am new school, but I
You
understand the new school at that.
and
I'm like
I'm
Nick
I'm with
Saban.
you.
Yeah, I would have been done too. But
Yep.
at the
Here's
same time, let me get out of the way of the kids who just trying to get paid. Because I
Well,
can't.
and that's why I say what I said, because this is a perfect opportunity for people to get paid. If you
Mhm.
don't plan on working hard in the future, you got kids, and when I say you got these young kids who are gonna be basically bribed to come to this school, but we're gonna pay you X amount of dollars. And look, you don't have to stick to one school. You can get this much here this year. If you blow up, hey, you can get this much here this year. So it's all about how you look at it. And college is a business,
And
and I
then you
always looked at it from the standpoint. I didn't
you
like the
gotta
fact that we
this.
had the league that we don't know who these people are. We
You
don't know who
gotta
these
think
people are, and
about
they
this.
making bukus.
You gotta think
I
about this too. So one thing that a lot of people are afraid of is the future because there's a lot of schools that got more money than other schools.
Right, most
There's a lot
definitely.
of organizations out here. Like some people don't know it, but SMU got most more money than the majority of the schools in the state of Texas.
Most definitely, yes.
I
Except for
mean,
you two.
yeah, UT might be right there with them, but they
Yeah.
got a hell of a lot of money, and
Oh yeah, most
it's
definitely.
crazy to think that they got more money than Alabama.
And
You
probably
know,
so.
crazy to think that. So when you start thinking about that, now you're starting to see how they gonna stack on kids.
Well,
Not
I
saying
mean,
SMU, but schools in general. Think about Texas. Think about schools that just got money in general. Florida got money. You
Florida
know,
got
so
money.
here was
But,
Florida got
so
money.
here was the
They gonna
problem with
start
Nick
stacking
Saban.
kids, and them kids ain't spreading out no more.
Here was
right.
the problem with
That
Nick
was the
Saban. Nick
huh?
Saban Nick Saban asked Alabama for more money, and they couldn't give him any more money. That was
Yeah,
one of the other problems. He was one that money like Ohio State, Texas, and everybody else. They just
You
got
ain't got the
unlimited
people like
amounts of
that.
money.
You ain't
You
got
know what I'm
boosters like
saying?
that.
Alabama ain't got that. They got it,
Right.
but they ain't got it like that. You know what I'm
Not like
saying?
that.
That was the number one problem. Because if it was a money issue, if it wasn't an issue with money, he'd still be coaching.
Most
You
definitely.
know. So, but
Look,
my
coach
thing is
till my lungs fall out.
my biggest thing is this with NIL. I don't like it because I players should be compensated. That's that's beside the point. I think they should be compensated to a certain amount. I think the NCAA said, you know what, y'all want to deal with it, deal with it. We'll let y'all hang yourselves, and that's exactly what they did.
and see, I
We're gonna
think
get out the
that
way.
was the whole. That's what one of my buddies he was really mad about. He was like, "Well, they could have did better than what they did. They
NCAA
just
want a
gave
part of
open."
that.
I said, "No." I said, "You know what? Because they got tired of everybody complaining, and I get why they did it the way they did. Okay, it's gonna be the Wild Wild West. I'm gonna give you exactly what you want.
Exactly,
Now
because
you
you're gonna
police.
have
I'm not
it's
finna
gonna be
police
the
nothing.
haves and the have-nots,
Yeah, I'm
But you know
and
not
the
what?
paying
have-nots are
nobody. I
not
ain't
gonna have
paying
it.
no other division to police nothing.
But guess
It's
what?
And
on.
Who's
that's
still
exactly
making
what they
You gonna
money?
did.
pay them? Pay them.
Who's still making the most money? They are
So,
the same people that gave
Yeah,
everybody
but I'm
everything that
saying
they
that
wanted.
it changed the way these kids look at school now.
Of course,
And
it's
and
not the
so
same. I know, because there's no loyalty to the school that you go to. The
nope.
transfer portal helps create the fact that I can make more money here. And guess what? They open that door, and I'm not mad about it. But this, because I'm looking at it like this: if say your baby decides she want to play softball, I love the fact that the I can't remember if Stanford who gave the young lady I think she got $1 million softball NIL deal, and it was $1 million plus a jersey number plus some other stats that were in there. And I said, man, that's so dope because I'm sitting there like, there's really no career after you leave softball for women. There's no league for them, and if she's
It's a
making
small
a
league, but
yeah,
in
well,
whole
it's a small
bunch.
league, but nobody really, it's not big. It's
Yeah, it's
not
not
much
done
you can
themselves.
do, and she's making $1 million in college. And some of these other kids who may want to provide for their families, if they giving it out, and you don't have to, if I can just go to school and this can pay for my college, this can help
Yeah.
me
Like,
save my family. I'm
yeah,
all
my
for it,
thing was
but they
that
opened the door for this mess.
my thing was that okay, let's compensate them. Let's find a way to compensate them
Right?
better,
Because I
where
remember us having this
they don't
conversation.
leave here with nothing. We
Yeah.
talked about this. Like, okay,
Yes, sir.
cool, your schooling is free. Cool, that's fine. That right there
Right.
was to pay for the books and everything else. Now let's talk
Uh-huh.
about being on the football team. What can we do about that? Okay, I know that there's a lot of people that got shoe deals and stuff like that back in the day, right?
Right.
Maybe we can get that for not just star players, but for all players. I don't know if that was a thing back then or not. I only heard about it for like a lot of the star athletes. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
let's look at because what one of the biggest arguments I always heard was that I'm always hungry. I ain't got no
Yes.
food to eat. Okay,
Yes.
what did I say on that so dope? I said, why don't we have a situation where we we have partnerships with McDonald's and Taco Bell, Whataburger. Whereas when my player come in, he show his student ID, student athlete card,
He
he
eating.
ordering it good. You
Yeah.
send me
So
a bill. You
so
send me a
they
bill.
stopped. So what the funny thing is, they stopped all that jazz. All that well, I ain't hungry. So a lot of these universities, which is smart to say, now that they do it, they have the athletic department have their own cafeteria.
Yeah, I heard about
And
that. And so
so
the
Yeah.
cafeterias technically stay open till like 10 o'clock.
yeah, it
But I
stays
will
open
say this,
later.
I remember, like my brother-in-law was at, Oklahoma State for a while. And I do remember there was times that like it was after 10. I think it was like 10 o'clock is when it closed. It was after 10, you know, where he was like, yeah, man, I'm still up. I'm hungry. I'm this, I'm that. There's a lot of players like that.
Yeah.
You 20 years old. Yeah, I'm still awake. I'm awake at
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning. And
Yes,
I ain't got
sir.
nothing in the refrigerator. You know,
I want a snack. You know what I'm saying?
we was
When you
ordering
20
pizzas
years old,
and
you play
we was
football.
ordering pizzas and sending them out there to Oklahoma. So I'm just saying, like, that's why you gotta have that kind of stuff open. I know you
But
run the risk of okay, he finna order food, he finna run up a bill for him and his family, but maybe that keeps him from going to the media saying, I need X, Y, and Z for me and my family.
Yeah.
but
You know?
the thing that piggybacks off of that is that I've always understood is that I don't mind feeding players, clothing them, housing them, and providing travel for them to go back home. That should never be the issue. The
Right.
issue that I have is we're providing money for players to live like professional athletes, and you're not a professional athlete. That's the problem
I,
that I have.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
look.
buying
That's
You know
fire
why
what?
trucks.
that's why I argued about paying them to begin with. I said, let's find something else. Like even if you'd have said, oh, we taking the chains off of you making your own money. If you want to get on YouTube and make your money, sell yourself, do that. It ain't got nothing to do with me. As long as it don't come in between you and the sport, do that.
Well, your boy, I'm supposed to give you a little curveball because I look at it like this: when we go to school, we professional students, K through 12, and then when you go on, you go to college. Hey, you're a professional student, so I got to look at it in this aspect. We agree that they needed to be compensated. I 100% agree because when we had this conversation, when we laid it down and we talked about it, it should have been a certain way. But when they opened up the door and we started hearing all of the facts that was supposed to happen, it was like, man, this supposed to be crazy. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at them because I looked at some of the top paid the guys over NCAA football over these conferences, they making millions to do what, and we don't know who they are. And I think that's the part that got me. And I'm like, well, if they eating like this, and we don't even know them, we can see them on the street tomorrow
But
and be like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? But and then come to find out, oh, that man won $15 million just because he
but you
over
know
the
what I chalk
Pac-10 at
that
the
up
time.
to, JD? I chalked, and I hate to say this, and this is not me really throwing a wrench in that
so it's going to be interesting.
that
They're going to come out gunslinging
argument, but to me that's like pocket watching.
left to play.
No,
You know
it's
what I'm
not
saying?
pocket watching. It's not
Let
pocket
me
watching
tell you.
because
Let
I'm
me tell
like,
you why
what do
though.
they do? What do they
Because
do
you
for?
work for a
What do they
W
do
two.
for? What do
Somebody
they
in that
do for the
company is
NCAA?
making
What
2
do
or
they
3
do?
times more than you.
And,
Somebody
What do
you
they
don't
do?
never see is making way more than you. Somebody
So,
you don't ever see
get some good
is
yards out of it.
at the house while you up there doing all the work.
but how are they
You
really
see what
doing
I'm
the work
saying?
when all of the coaches and stuff are really doing the work? When they're the ones hitting the field, the
Nah,
ones scheduling the practices. No, I'm telling you, man,
nah, 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 nah,
these
nah, nah,
people
nah.
you have
You don't
never
understand
heard
what I'm
of.
saying.
I'm not
You don't
saying they're
understand what I'm
not doing
saying.
none, but to be making some of the dollars, it's not pocket watching because I
They
don't watch people
created this.
pockets.
What I'm
But
saying
I
is,
felt
what I'm
like if they
saying is,
be,
those
who
people you
put their
talking
life
about,
on the line?
they
Who put
created
their
the
life on the
lane for
line?
you to do this. You didn't create the league. You didn't create the game.
They
You
didn't create the
decided that.
game. And that's the part that that's
And
why I
yeah,
say
they
there's no
come to
reason
see
for it to
you.
be out of
They don't
control
have
like
to know
this.
me. They don't have to know how these lights get paid. They don't have to know how the new stadium got put up. They
But
don't
we
have
know
to
how the
know
stadium
why
got put up
they
because I
got a new
know all
brick
of this
building.
stuff.
You know, they don't have to know why they got an indoor facility now. They don't have to know nobody's name behind that. All they want to know is who's number 17.
And guess
Who's
what?
number
And that's
5?
why and
That's
that's
all
why
they
So,
I
want to know.
agree with the way number 17 get paid now. Because guess what? You do have those
And
people in the
so if
background
you had
that's
a
getting
way to
paid. And if
compensate
number
them,
17 can get
because
paid
the
now,
thing, like
I
you
want
said,
number 17 to
them
get
people
paid.
that you talking about, they still gonna make money. Of course they
That's
gonna
what
make
I'm
money.
saying. They still gonna make the money. So why is it not right for these kids to not make
No, no,
as
it,
close
it, it
to
wasn't
some of
it
these
wasn't about a
people?
rights thing for me. It
Right,
wasn't
right.
about a rights thing.
No?
I wasn't arguing for rights. My
Right.
thing was that the moment you become a paid, the
Yes.
moment I pay you, you
I
become an
understand what you
employee.
were saying. And we
You
still
become an
there.
employee at that point. The moment I write a
Right.
check,
I just don't
therefore
care.
you have to deliver.
I just don't care
There's so
so,
because
much
I'm
that
I'm I'm
comes with
glad that
that.
they're getting fed. I'm
There's
glad that
so
they're
much
getting
that
so,
paid.
comes with that I just didn't want them kids to have to go through yet.
so,
That's
so,
all.
peep game, peep this, right? If you have time, I want you to, if you know it was on Amazon Prime has a new
Yeah.
mini series called The Money Game with LSU. I was watching it last
Yeah.
night. I
Yeah,
I
think
ain't
I
watching
watched
that
like maybe
mess.
4 or 5
Ain't
episodes.
watching that mess.
I ain't watched it
Very
yet.
deep,
I ain't watching that mess.
very, very, very deep.
You
And
said something already. Nope.
I know you're not gonna watch it,
It
right,
might change
but
because I
but
saw some. I saw the preview. I saw
but
what
I'm gonna
some of them
say
was saying.
one of the most compelling parts about that was there was a track star. She was
Mm-hmm.
trying to balance being a student athlete,
Yeah.
and she was trying to balance trying to market herself and doing all other kind of stuff. I'm like, that's the part that I didn't like with athletes. I'm like, now I can't just be a regular student. Now I have to go to class, perform as an athlete, and also market myself
But
at the
what did
same
we
time.
talk about before we got on air? Because that's what they making everybody else do. You have to be more than what you really are. And
Right.
Yeah, but that
if,
takes
if, if
away.
you making these numbers, I feel like you have to make it work because when
So
you sign up for it, that because when you go to your job, well, this is what you signed up for. So
that
now when they give you the
prime
ability,
example.
this is
What
what
did
you
you
signed up
prime
for.
example though? What did you say when you go to your job? See, this
Yeah.
wasn't a job at first.
But
This
but
was a
guess what? It
choice.
is now.
This
And
was
it
an
should have
activity
been.
that was by choice.
Well,
And it
no,
should
no.
have
Now
Let
it
me
been.
rephrase it.
became a job.
Let me rephrase it.
No, it should have been a
It's
job
always
because
been a
guess what?
job. It's
There
always
you
been a
go. It's
job.
always
They
been a job
concealed
because
about
when I
saying
It
have to
that
get
wasn't.
up
It
at 4
wasn't
o'clock in
really
the
a
morning
job
and
until
I
you
gotta
got
go get the
paid to
pass,
do it.
it's been a
You get what
job.
I'm saying?
Yeah, we
You
we,
wasn't
we
getting
get you.
paid
you've
to
been
do it.
Yeah,
Now
compensated.
it
yeah, yeah.
became a
The
job.
pay was compensation.
There
You
you
were
go.
You know.
compensated. You've been compensated.
And so,
Look, you know
like,
I gotta be on the other side of the fence here on
you know,
some
I no,
on
yeah,
a lot of
I
stuff.
totally
Yeah.
understand. I totally understand. I agree with you. You know, we ain't got no beef. We like to discuss the facts, and
No, you good, you
regardless
good.
of who choose what side, with the other person gonna be on the other. It don't matter. That's
Right.
how we do. That's how we do.
Yes,
So,
sir.
but I understand because now you have 24 hours in a day. You spend 8 of it sleeping, so now you got
Yes, sir.
16 to work with. Out of that 16, you're a student for close to what 7 to 8 hours a day.
7 to 8 hours a
Now you
day.
got 8 other hours, which you usually dedicate somewhere between 4 to 6 of those hours for your athletic program.
Yes, sir.
Which leaves
Leaving
you with
you about
4
yep,
hours
yep,
for you, which leaves you
That's
with 2 to 4 hours for you. But now that time for you is dedicated to marketing you. It's still
yep,
work. So you
yep.
don't turn off. You don't stop
Right.
punching the clock. And
that's
everybody ain't built for that.
not
Everybody
everybody's
not built
That's
for
the
it.
So
You're
thing
right.
some
too.
gotta suffer,
Her
whether it be
personality.
your academics or it be your performance on the field.
Well, and
Cause
guess what?
that's
Sometimes that paycheck is what the motivation for a lot of them anyway. Because
Yeah,
if you
you
get
right.
the bag
You right.
now,
You
take the bag. And I'm not saying it in a rude way because, like I said, we know the work suffers because when you look at it, a lot of people don't know how to manage their money. Just like we talked about time. But if they can get it while they're young and benefit from it, because I look at the players like Talafaro from Penn State when he had his injury and he can't play football anymore. I'm sure you were compensated to an extent for medical injury, but like, how would this have benefited him being able to have maybe like a medical clause where he was getting paid because now you know you can't perform the same way you did when you were a football player. So it's just things like that. Of course, if you're not built for it, eventually you fade away in the sports world. We know it ain't long. So that's
okay.
why I'm like, if they can get it, most of these kids they are professionals. I feel like as soon as they hit college or from there to there, because guess what, NFL is not necessarily guaranteed. The NBA for a lot of them, what it's only like what how many draft picks? 40 something.
you get
Or a little
60
bit more than
picks.
that. 60 picks. I'm sorry, I said 40, but 60 picks because you got 2 rounds, 30 teams or whatnot. So you got 60 some picks. So 60 people getting into the NBA each year, give or take a little bit more than that because of the signings and free agents and tired people. So it's just it's stuff like that I look at. It was like if you can
Mhm.
capitalize while you're young, that's beneficial because I'm like if they giving it away, shoot, I wish they was giving it away when we was at TJC
Man, I
because I
so,
sure would have took it.
but here's the thing about it that I think that'll do to govern it, and this is a part where kids got to be smart about it. They'll start having salary caps.
Yeah,
These universities there it may be $20 million, $30 million
right.
here, and you can't go over salary cap. Then of course this is the part that would break my heart is that everything's incentive based. Where if you want this money, you got to perform at this level. You know
And
what I'm
say
saying? You got to be at this tier, this tier, this tier. Oh, you want to pay? You want to be paid like $1 million athlete, but you're not even
yeah,
starting.
yeah.
I don't
And
care.
see,
I don't care
and
about your.
that was my next thing. Like you can't
It's a business though, so you
underperform
can.
after I done gave you what I gave. Because at that point, I'm about to take it away.
Well, let's go back and look at a lot of athletes in previous history that underperformed after they got paid.
Because you
Jamarcus
got
Russell.
and then you got to
It can
look.
happen. It can happen.
Think about in college. Okay, in the NFL, you don't have to draft a quarterback. You don't have to
You
draft
don't.
another
You're
running
right.
back. But in college, you got to bring in multiple. So how do
Yeah.
I pay the next guy?
Well,
So
your
Or
now,
if
next
so
you,
guy,
now,
your
I
next
get
guy, not
like
your
this.
best guy. 9 times
Okay,
out of 10,
if I gave viewers
they just
$100
blessed.
million,
They was
how much
blessed.
did I have to give Archie Manning?
200 million,
right.
because he
And
could
he's sitting on the
possibly be
bench.
better.
And he's
But
sitting on the
that's a
bench.
rare situation. That's rare.
So think
That's
about it like
no,
this
that's
too.
not in college.
No,
Not in
Think
that,
about
college.
that well, that's rare for a lot of
Schools
college
have backups
teams.
that are cold.
No,
That
no, it's rare for a lot of college programs because I look at it like this: UT, no; your Ohio States, no; Georgia, no. Keep on going down the list. Your major powerhouse
no, no,
schools,
no,
but let's say,
hold on, because Oklahoma had back to
right,
back
and
to
that's what
back. Okay.
Oklahoma. That's what I'm saying. Your
Ohio
powerhouses,
State at one
they're not
point they
gonna have
did.
that problem. They're not gonna have the
Ohio
problem.
State at one point had three
Well, hold on. I think
quarterbacks
I'm
on their
saying it
team that were
wrong.
starters.
I think I'm
Remember?
saying it the wrong way to you. They're gonna have that problem. That's what I'm trying to say. The other
Okay. All
schools,
right. I'm
yeah, I'm
sorry.
saying they're gonna have those problems. That's what I'm saying. But the
Okay.
other schools, they're gonna have it. So your lower schools, they not gonna have the same talent as Oklahoma, your USC's, your major powerhouse schools.
Put back up straight.
They gonna have that problem. Your other schools not gonna have it. So you're gonna have multiple.
All game.
Dang,
Mm,
dang, dang. Dang,
uh,
mm.
man, hit us with the ball
hey,
game.
hey,
Hey,
ball
coach,
game.
2 times got him. Coach 2 times got him.
Yeah,
Look at them. They
man.
clouded too.
Tied
You
two
can't see
times.
them. They clouded. Boy, they walking away from that line like, yeah, we got you. We snuck one on you.
Yeah, man.
That's a straight shot on 20. That's not a
Yes,
bad
sir.
drive. I like the straight shot.
Oh
Just go on and give me a
man.
straight shot on 20. Boom.
Hey, go on
Win
and get me to
6
the
wins.
crib. Go on and get me to the
Right.
house.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah. You tell coach,
I take
hey, just get me to the house.
I take that aback. You know, it's hard because you got student athletes that they want to do this, want to do that. I like the whole budget thing,
Right.
where now we go back. Now universities have GMs. I don't know if y'all knew
Yeah.
that either. They
Hmm.
got general managers now.
They have to.
Crazy
You
world we
know,
live in.
and it's like now I'm a
And the
GM for
Cowboys
University
still
of
don't have one.
Right, and now you got to go back
By choice.
and look at the budget. How much should we budget for quarterbacks? You know what I'm saying? Like, coach, we only got $5 million in cap space to go out here and get a college quarterback.
And it's
I
crazy.
gotta spend $5 million for a college quarter. Listen, you gotta think about it like this. I have the number one quarterback in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
How much is it gonna cost me out of my salary cap to go get him?
And 9 times out of 10, if they keep it the same way, the number just gonna keep rising depending on how good
Right.
they are.
I'm like, now
Woo!
I gotta pay Quinn Ewers if he wants to leave Texas and Archie Manning's baby boy, the grandson wants to play, and Quinn Ewers like, I'm not going to the pro. Now Texas is losing Quinn Ewers to somebody else, and he can just name his price. Oh, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? No, I'll pay. Y'all gotta pay me
Look,
about $7 million.
and it ain't gotta be the best school in the world, because guess what? Who
No,
gonna pay me the most?
boy, it's SMU. That's where it's going. SMU.
Look,
Yeah, how
it
much
could
y'all got? Y'all got 5?
it could be. Look, what if Baylor say they got that money?
But Baylor said we got the shirt said we paying athletes now. We buying
I seen
athletes.
that. I
Look for
said that's
sale.
crazy,
We
bro.
paying them. Money green, baby. We paying them right now, baby.
And I think
Mm.
I liked it just because of the fact that it's marketing. It's a new aspect of what's been, I won't say boring for years, but I
Wide
just,
open. They just being honest.
yeah, just being honest, man. It's showing accountability because now we can spend the money and do it honestly. Because I'm sure it's been a lot of times that they've done under the table stuff. Now you ain't got to
Oh,
be
everybody
sneaky
does
about what
that.
you do. You ain't got to be sneaky about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's a lot
you
more
gonna give me
money. It's
100
a lot
million.
more money
Listen, I'm
moving
gonna give
too.
you 100.
Exactly.
I'm gonna listen, this big bag of dough. Baby, listen, why we hiding now? I'm not gonna hide it. Get you listen.
Look,
I'm gonna
hey,
give
I ain't
you
got to
100
hide it.
bags.
Yeah, because
It's like
back in
being
the
in
day,
Vegas
like
with that stuff.
Miami had all that money back in the day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
they had people who wasn't even a part of the booster club paying Miami.
Hey,
Wouldn't you like
Miami
to be
was
a bag
balling out
man
of
back in the day?
control. Miami was
Wouldn't you
balling
like
out of
to have been a
control.
bag man back in the day?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. All they told me to do was drop the bag off, young man. You
Man,
don't
drop
have
the
to. You
bag
ain't even got
off.
to look inside. All I know is they got 3 stacks,
Shit.
and all three of these are yours if you want them. Maybe you can take one. Maybe you can take. I'll listen. Whatever you don't want, I'll take. That's what
Mm.
you want, man. Listen, all they want you to do is come to school and be a point guard. That's all I want
That's
you to
it.
do. That's it. That's
Crazy
it.
world. Crazy
That's
world,
it.
man.
Be like Cam Newton that it's gonna be 300,000. Man,
Look,
everybody know Cam Newton knew about that money. He knew about that
today's
money.
time,
Cam
Cam would
Newton
have
knew
got.
about that money. Come on, Cam.
Cam said he
You
didn't
knew
know
your
nothing about
daddy
the
told you
money.
about that money.
Kim said, "What money?"
Yeah,
They
Cam,
didn't
I
ask
don't know
about
nothing
no
about it.
money.
That's the only reason why he got to play. His daddy said Cam didn't know nothing about this. Cam knew everything about that. Cam told you the price.
It wasn't
It
no
about the
money
money.
involved. There wasn't no money involved.
And Cam Newton said, you know what I had to do at Blend? I had to wash my own uniform. They had collard greens for lunch. I'm not eating collard greens for lunch.
Collard greens.
I'm not eating collard greens and fried chicken for lunch. I want filet mignon and Caesar salad. That's what I deserve. I want 300,000.
That's a little rich for my blood at that point.
That's what we talking. I know. I want 300,000. To dad, tell him 300,000. 300,000. And Auburn had to do it. They had to do it.
Auburn said they
Number
did
one
not pay
quarterback.
him $300K.
Yeah. I
No
bet you
money was transferred.
Cam Newton
Mm.
was sleeping in his dorm with his arms folded. I can't believe this here. I'm at Blink. I don't believe this. Look at this, man.
He a
Look at
Gator
this,
first.
man.
He a Gator
He
first
just pissed off.
always.
He pissed for no reason now. He just angry, just mad. He don't know why he here. I mean, I done went from Florida to Blinn College to
Dang.
Blinn.
Yeah, man. Hey,
I'm angry.
it's a tough situation.
But he got humble real quick. That's why I said, yeah, 300,000. Yeah, 300. It's gonna be at 300. I knew he was walking to class. Hey, listen, I got Auburn on the phone. How much you want? Tell him 300,000, man. Tell him 300. What's a good? Tell him 300,000. I got to go to class. All right, bye. Yeah, just tell him 300,000. I'm tired of fooling with them, man. Y'all gonna do this or what? Y'all want me to play for y'all or what? That's what he said.
Hey, he should have stayed in Florida though.
Man, Florida was tripping.
I know they was tripping. And we know they was tripping, but Florida, he should have stayed in Florida, man.
Florida boys are tripping. He said, man, listen, I done seen too many cripples. Was Aaron Hernandez on that team?
Aaron Hernandez, yeah, he was there. He was there. Yeah. Out that because he was behind Tebow, so he was there. He was definitely there. Don't do that, Corey. Don't do that. I see your mind working right now. I see your mind working right now.
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, the Tebow. Come on, man. Now, brother, come on, Tim. I know you knew you was roommates with a criminal. Come on now. I knew you knew what this dude was all about. I know you knew.
Tim was protected. Tim was out there reciting Psalms 91.
And your roommate needed all the help he could get.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High.
See, Vince just said, he was trying to save that boy. He was trying to save him.
He didn't try hard enough.
He made it to the Patriots too late. He made it to the Patriots a little too late. Tebow made it to the Patriots a little too late.
I bet Tim Tebow was like, where'd you get that gun from? I got to keep this gun on. You don't need that gun. Why you need that gun?
What Chris say? What's that for?
What's that for? This is all the protection we need, Aaron. You
oh,
man. Use some.
Yeah. This is all the protection you need.
Them were the years, man.
Lose some.
Hey, man.
Oh my God! Like somebody said Tim Tebow had all the strength in the world. He went with no females, nothing, and he still couldn't tell nothing was wrong with Aaron Hernandez.
He knew something was wrong with Aaron. He knew something was wrong with Aaron.
Hey man, he was just playing football. He was just playing football.
I would have went to Urban Myers. I would have went to the bar with Urban Myers. Listen, man. Hey, something wrong with you. Hey, something wrong with you, boy, Aaron. Y'all didn't pick up on the joke. I would have went to the bar.
I heard you.
He like to hang out at the bar.
Oh man.
I'm like, between him and Bobby Petrino, I don't know which one's worse.
Bobby Petrino.
Bobby Petrino is worse though.
Yeah, Bobby worse.
I'm like, Bobby, you had the best job in the world. You might have would have got Arkansas to the national championship game. Would you like to ride around with motorcycles and have underage girls on the back?
With young girls? Like that's crazy.
Hey, what is the Urban Meyer? Why ain't you with your wife? Why you got this young?
Hey man,
trying to get fired, ain't you?
That man said he was going through that crisis strong.
I'm glad he didn't come to Texas. He would have had a field day. He would have lost his mind. Like, man, hey,
Court.
All you had to do was come to UT. I'm glad he did. He would have got fired.
He wouldn't have got fired. That boy would have been. Look, I can't even say that name on here.
He would have got fired.
I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't trying to get us taken down like that.
Urban Meyer would have got fired the first week. What is wrong with Urban Meyer? He out of there. He gone. Man. He said, go on. Urban Meyer got it. I don't know. I don't know what was on the coaches, dog. I have no. Look at Sark. Sark had Washington on the way.
Yeah.
Man, he couldn't put that bottle down. Couldn't put it down. Got a strong sister now.
Washington was stressing that man out. That's what it was.
Nobody wanted to go to Upper Northwest and play at Washington. That's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful, but
man, ain't no brothers up there.
No.
Ain't no brothers.
I'm like, you look
up there. It's late,
you look at everything that happened up there.
Right, ain't no partying up there. It ain't Texas.
Nope.
It ain't Florida. It ain't Gatorland. It ain't UT. What he told somebody, he said, I'm trying to get to Texas as soon as possible. I want to get to Texas. What do we get Texas for?
He got there.
Man, he shot a beam line to Austin. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm here.
Man, he made a little detour. He made a detour to Alabama though.
Yeah, it was too hot. The mosquitoes too big in Alabama. He couldn't take it.
Well, the good
He
thing
said-
he got away from there before they had the riverboat.
Right. He said, man, they put toilet paper everywhere, and I got sick and tired of all this Bama talk. I don't know. I need to go to Texas. I need to go to Austin. Austin's a little more freebirdish, a little more West Coastish. They can do a lot of different things in Austin. That's why he wanted to go to Austin. What
Good old Austin.
Man, I'm watching this Gilmer game. It is 24-22 Gilmer over Kilgore right now with a minute left. And they've been going back and forth.
That's crazy football, man.
It's crazy.
Man,
I picked
some good games though.
Now I picked Kilgore to beat Gilmer, but deep down inside I thought, man, this is the game Gilmer need to win. They can try to win this one. Oh, he finna score a touchdown. Oh no, maybe not. Oh my gosh. 43 seconds. Oh, he hurt. Oh no. Oh, get up, young fella. Be like Jason Kidd. He said, hit me. Yeah, they cupped his hand, hit me. Now he cup out his hand. One of the best moves ever.
Yes, sir.
One of the best. Oh man. Whew. Let's go.
Man, that man got out of there. He might have to take his some family business over there.
Oh,
There he is. Yep, I told you. Hold on, man. Hold on.
It's another little one.
Hey, whoa, bro. Hey there.
Yeah,
see them smiles.
Like,
yeah, I see them smiles.
Hey, say I'm Carly. I'm Carly.
Man, hey, look, congratulations.
Daddy's little baby.
Yeah,
I'm the baby. Tell him I'm the baby.
Oh, that big old smile.
So, well, I say it's always fun in games until daddy gets the baby. I don't care how hard he is. He gonna make that baby noise.
Hey, man, I never had that first one, bro. I was playing Overwatch, and I ended up online with a YouTuber or something like that at the time. He got up and we was talking on chat after we got through, and lo and behold, kid come in there. Can you sing a lullaby to me or whatever it was? Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I ain't singing no Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Next thing you know, I'm on YouTube. Twinkle. I'm like, oh, come on, man. You ain't lying.
You got
I was playing college football. I think this was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. Playing with one of my buddies. We was in a close game, and he came up on me, and I ended up coming back. And the baby started crying, and my wife, she was trying to do something, so she just came and dropped her in my lap. So I'm holding her, and she's screaming in the microphone. And I got the ball. I'm like on the 3-yard line on the first down. And all I got, the game is over. We ain't got but like 5 seconds.
Right.
I can march down the field. I can't get in the end zone at all because baby hollering and grabbing and controlling everything. Boy, he clowned so hard after that game. He said, "Boy, bitch, you garbage." I said, "Man, you heard this baby over here hollering. Don't sit there and do me like that." He said, "I'm gonna take my win when I can get it." He got off line.
Look, that's low right there.
Yeah, I ain't seen him since.
He said he took that win.
Yeah, he took that win and ran.
Yes, sir. That's how it go. I didn't realize I was gonna be doing it.
You're not gonna believe this. Gilmer beats Kilgore 24-22. Right?
What?
The clock runs out. The clock runs out at the end of the ball game. Oh, now it looks like it's a fight. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, whoa, hold up now.
Oh.
Don't hit that button. we don't condone violence, folks.
Oh wow.
That man hit it with the phone.
I think the Kilgore players thought, because if you go to Buckeye Stadium, their band is on the visitor side. instead of
Oh
in the
yeah.
end zone.
Uh-huh.
So the football team was running over to the band, and the I guess Kilgore boys thought they were running over to them, and Kilgore by like Chapel Hill. They don't,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
Look, I
what
know
you
what you
trying to do?
saying. Hey,
What you trying
what's
to do?
up? Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
know you
got
don't want the smoke, but I mean, that what a wild night of football, man.
So
Crazy,
Gilmer
man.
won.
Gilbert beat. I told you. I told you. I
Well,
told. Hey, it's
well,
one
we
of
know
them games
Carthage
where they had
won.
to
I
win.
thought they put it as a final 23-17.
I changed it earlier, but it wasn't the final because they
Yeah.
kept going back and forth. Kilgore scored at the last minute, and then they kept driving the ball. I don't think Kilgore had any timeouts left, and so I don't know what happened, but oh man, oh my gosh. So apparently, what happened was something happened at the end of the game where it was the clock. It was a clock runoff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they had a clock runoff, and they were lining up to kick a field goal. And the referee just told him, he waved the game off. He's like, I can't remember
Whoa.
exactly what he said, but he's like, in the rules, like there was a 10-second or a time-second runoff, and the time ran off. And so, wow.
Man, somebody feels get an earful.
I mean, that's a bad way to lose.
Yeah, that's a
I
bad
mean,
way to lose. That's what's
but then again, what's the barely win theory? You barely win the week
yeah.
before. Now you win the week.
That's tough, man. It's tough.
I mean, wow. I don't even. I don't know what was that. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Ain't much can be said. When the
That
ref
is
call it
that
over, it's
is
over.
that's crazy. That is
Wow.
absolutely
So
nuts.
Kilgore had the ball and they did a 10-second runoff because of the penalty.
Yeah, so Kilgore had the ball late. They were driving. They got in field goal position.
What kind of
And
penalty was it?
Oh,
I
they got
don't I
in
don't it
field
wasn't a
goal.
penalty. I can't remember if it's one of those 10-second runoff type deals where they run
So,
where the clock's running, and
uh-huh.
apparently the time should have ran off the clock. And
Right.
the guy's commentating, he's like, the game is over. And I'm like, I couldn't understand exactly what happened. They were lining up to kick the field goal, and the referee was just waving it off. He was like, game's over. I guess eventually he
Right.
said game over. I'm like, wow. And they were
That's
like, I guess
yeah.
the Kilgore coaches didn't know the rules. Like that is
Oh, so
now
they
you gotta.
came. They went to work like White House did.
Oh man, like
Mm.
White House. I know exactly what White House was doing. They were praying the whole time. They just
Of
listen.
course.
We gonna stand back, throw the ball up, and we'll hope we get a pass interference. If we get a
And
pass
that's what they
interference, we
got
keep
two of
moving.
them.
And
They got two
we
of them.
got 4 new downs.
Actually, they got three of them.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, we just gonna keep moving, which is a good strategy late. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you don't want to live by that. You
No,
know,
because if you try to live by that, you definitely losing by that a lot.
that
Yeah.
is.
It's not a
Oh
strategy you
man.
hold against everybody. It's
No,
a
not
strategy
against
you hold
everybody.
against teams that can score on you at will. You know. And honestly, you just you gotta have a backup plan too. You gotta
Well,
have a backup plan in
as we
case.
saw, there was no backup plan to the
Nah,
main plan,
but I will say
and
I forgot that they number one quarterback wasn't even in there. Didn't play. I
well,
forgot
is
about
that
that.
White House? You mean?
Yeah, he got hurt
Well,
against the last. He got hurt in the last game
this is
against
me.
Kilgore.
I don't know if it would have really made a difference. I'm not saying that it couldn't, but from what I saw, I mean, the quarterback that they had in, he could have been a starter, the first guy. Um, I think if they had really opened up the playbook in the beginning, they may have had a better chance. But that playing the time of possession game is the one that hurt them the most. Because if you're
Mm.
not scoring points in droves, they would have had to been like Carthage. You would have had a 50-point lead. That's fine if you playing possession game.
Yeah,
But if you're not scoring like that, then a team that can play with you, You can't play against a team like that. And I think they went in there and played the card that they couldn't really hold. Ended up
Mm.
folding.
Yeah. It's hard to say. It's hard
Well,
to say.
and that might not have been their
It's
plan in
Florida.
the first place, but I'm
Florida.
just saying
And
that's
we
what it
just
looked
got
like
to
to me.
talking about quarterbacks and what happens when they don't show when they not in the game.
There you go. Yeah,
Because you could tell that there was something wrong about that other quarterback.
yeah.
What player was injured, and can you pull that up? That's Drew who wrote that. And the ref stopped the clock with 6 seconds left. So
Oh, injury timeout.
yeah, so
So
there was
there was a
Mm.
10-second runoff on
a
the injury
runoff.
timeout.
They did have since they didn't have any
The
timeout.
timeout. Yep.
Wait a minute.
So we playing NFL rules,
Yeah, but wait a minute. The thing is, the ref stopped it. They didn't stop it.
huh?
So they didn't call a timeout. The ref, since he got an injured player, the ref stopped it. But
Yeah,
since they
but
didn't have no timeouts, the ref stopping the clock then had to run a 10-second runoff, which ended the game.
Right.
well, and I think that's what happened because I mean,
Yeah,
Mm.
if you don't have a
I'm about,
timeout,
I'm
that
about to hit somebody. I'm
yeah,
about to hit
because
because
you
you
gotta
done
have a
messed up my
timeout.
start. You done messed up my start to my season. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
you know you go down in history as a team that done beat that done beat Carthage. You know what I'm saying? Gilmer. You was,
That's a
no,
long
and
bus.
then you take this one.
no.
That's a long short bus ride home.
Mm,
20's gonna have
Woo,
a
that's
lot of
when them
buses
bus
going back
rides
and forth.
when as a coach, I might tell my kids, listen, don't talk to me right now.
don't say a word.
Don't say nothing to me.
Yeah,
Don't
I,
say
You said don't talk
nothing
to
to me.
now you gotta be pissed off. Now you have to be pissed
Because you
off.
can't even be mad at your team for that. You
No.
had a player injured. You didn't call a timeout. The ref did.
And what was the player injured?
and
And
that's
then
where
you
the
got to
ten
think about
that's
that.
where the 10
Maybe
second
this was,
runoff came from because you
yeah.
don't know if the
So it's
player was
like,
really injured and
it's
you
like,
didn't have a
and
timeout
I'm
to
not telling you to
compensate
stay
for
on the field I'm not telling you that, but I'm just saying, who knows what would have happened if the ref don't stop it?
it. Right.
Either he'd have ran off the field or he'd have stayed in on. I've gotten injured before and stayed in on the next play.
Yeah, but you wasn't wilding out like he was. He was on the ground yelling and screaming. Yeah, he tried his best to give them a timeout. And I hope now
I
I
didn't
hope he's
think
not
that.
really
But
injured.
see, here's my thing. I didn't think that when a ref stops a game for you, that took a timeout from. I thought that's like
Yeah.
an official timeout.
Well,
Mm-mm.
they
Like
can
that
give you
takes.
depending
That
on the
takes the time
situation,
out
they
from
can
you.
give you that courtesy timeout. So, like if you see it in the first quarter, second quarter, at the end of the second quarter, they're gonna run the timeout too. But typically, if it's the end of the game to determine if that team gonna win or lose, they running that 10 seconds off. They running it off. Yeah. So when he said it, I was like, yeah, I can see it because you don't know if the injury is real or not. It would have to been a serious injury for them to probably give that
I'm gonna be real
timeout from
with
the
you.
ref.
I'm gonna be real with you when I say this. I wouldn't have been surprised if you told me it was a fight after that. Because you started. Ref started. I wouldn't even
Yeah,
been. I don't
yeah,
ask me to go get them kids. I'm not going to get that. They mad. They
yeah.
mad. You done
Best
blew their perfect season.
y'all seen the Boondocks, haven't you? And they
Oh,
be
yeah,
talking
well,
about
you know it.
Delicious. And he said he throws the chair, he's like, I'm mad. And he just throws the chair out of
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing. He's like, I'm mad. And just throws the chair. Yeah, that's what it would have been.
Yeah. I'm not. Don't ask me to come get these kids or nothing.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough way to lose, man.
All the smoke. Would have wanted all the smoke right then. Yeah, we're
Yep,
gonna fight somebody.
Because
Well, why are you
I
fighting?
had
I'm just
10
a little
seconds.
upset.
because them
Or
Kilgore boys, ooh,
technically what?
man.
He said he stopped it. Yeah, he had 6 seconds left on the clock. And he
Yeah,
stopped the clock. So then they did a 10-second runoff. Yeah.
yep. Because you have to give them the injury moment, but in the fourth quarter,
Man,
you're
I
not
couldn't
getting
even
that.
be the person on the mic. I could have said something so ignorant.
Yeah.
They would have had me up out of there, bro. They'd have been like, get him out of that box.
Get him out the
Hey,
booth.
Yeah, cut his mic off.
he cooked.
Hey, I'd have been. I hate to say it like this, but I I'd have been like your boy Trump. I'd have had them folks riled up out there. I'd have had them storm. Hey, I'd
Oh
have had
man,
everybody storming that
Don't-
field.
Like, don't
Vince
do
said
it,
everybody
Abdullah.
gonna be.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, don't
Oh,
do
man.
it. I didn't tell them to do it.
Don't do it.
I
They
mean,
have
I was
cats.
there and I was talking.
Baby cats and dogs
There-
in Ohio.
Stop. We ain't gonna get on that. We ain't gonna
I
get on
mean,
that.
listen, you
That
not
was-
like
that
the
was
phone,
funny,
it was still funny.
It was
It's
funny.
still funny
He
to me. I'm
entertaining.
sorry.
He real entertaining.
No, look, I gotta say this. When he told him, he said, "Don't do it, Abdul." Bro, I was laughing uncontrollably.
What
Don't
when
do
he
it,
said
Abdul.
you talking about when he told what did he say? Don't stop, I'm talking right now, something like that. Yeah. What do you remember that? Man, when he said that, I cried. I was like, woo, he
my
said
God,
he had that in his back pocket. He been waiting on that.
cash money.
He was waiting on
talking
that.
cash money noise. I love it. I'm like, man, this dude right
I
here.
just love seeing her face when he said this. She looked like, wow.
Like, bro, like this is like I know somebody said, I know everybody else. I know all the other countries looking at us like this is a crime shame.
Oh, you know they looking at us like, look at him.
Look at this.
Look at him.
Look, would you
They
look at
can't
this?
get it
What's the
right
dog
with
do?
each other. They can't get it right
Like,
with
would
each
you look at this? Would you look at this? Cat drinking milk out the bowl.
other. Russia watching like, man.
I'm
It's
like,
gonna be
well,
the
it's
easiest takeover I haven't done.
right. Yeah, like all we gotta do is blame on somebody else.
All we gotta do is wait on them to kill themselves.
Right. Yeah, like you hear what she said about you? That the whole thing.
Corey got that voice down.
That's
Corey
what
got that voice
he was
down.
like. Don't do it. Don't do it, Abdul. Don't. I was like, yeah. I don't know, man. I normally don't watch them. I normally don't watch those debates. But I'm like, man, this is. Oh my God! I had to laugh. It was so funny to me. That was funny. Oh man. So before I get out the mic, who y'all got tomorrow in college? I know I got Colorado, got Texas. You know I'm going for Colorado.
Who Colorado playing?
Colorado State. No,
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going for Colorado in that one.
I'm
Because I ain't
Colorado.
getting nothing.
man.
Because I'm still mad about the Colorado game that last year.
Right.
I'm ticked.
Everybody was
That's why
hyped.
Colorado State
I'm
finna get
ticked.
that.
I want them to
Everybody
get
was
that.
too hyped.
Look,
I'm
because
like,
they
at 2
play
o'clock
like
in the
some.
morning.
Look, I'm gonna
y'all
say it
grabbing
on.
the news.
They play like some H's on there, and
Right.
I'm still ticked off about that.
I'm like, this is prime, dog. You got the whole nation.
Yeah.
You got all of Wakanda going to bat for you. But boy, if y'all don't come out here and blow, at least blow 2 of these teams out. We're gonna be mad at y'all, man. Y'all need to blow somebody out.
Well, you know what?
Colorado ain't gonna do that. You see their schedule?
You need to blow somebody out, man.
Nah, man.
It'll be Colorado State.
That ain't
The
built
best chance will be Colorado State.
They barely snuck through them.
Listen, I knew they weren't gonna beat Nebraska. I told myself, if they come to Nebraska and they make it a football game, I know where Colorado is. But I'm like, if they get blasted.
And my thing is this. It's real simple. You talk heavy when you smacking little people. But when you playing them dogs, when you playing real animals, and you get smacked in the mouth like that, to me, I can't respect that, bro. I seen good teams get smacked before, but they don't look as bad as y'all do. Y'all can't do anything.
They can't run the football.
I don't know if I was talking to you, Corey, if I was talking to somebody else. I was bringing up the fact that they don't run the football at all. They don't run the football. You know, and
they can't run the football.
Blame everything on the offensive line. That's fine. But then when the offensive line is blocking, what are you doing to get the ball down the field? Because really, to me, the only athlete on that team is Travis Hunter.
And yeah,
Man,
he's a lottery pick.
And when you can't get him the ball, y'all can't score.
yeah.
But if you
Stop me
can't get
when I'm
him the
lying.
ball,
Stop me when I'm lying. That ain't a good team to me.
man. But here's the problem. Here's the problem I have.
Some little
I
person.
think Shador is a very good quarterback. I think
Most
they
definitely.
got. I mean, in the pocket, he's surgical, and you people can hate on him all they want to. I've
Right.
seen him
I'm not
play.
hating. I'm just questioning.
The kid can throw the
Like,
football.
He
I
can throw
hear
the
all
football.
the praise.
I mean,
I
he
just don't hear
is.
people saying nothing when he out here throwing these picks. When he out here
He don't
lobbing.
throw that many picks.
He don't throw that
He don't throw
many.
that many
Hold on,
picks.
let me finish though. But when he
Oh.
out here lobbing up passes and stuff, I mean, he did nothing.
But I'm gonna say
Nothing.
this: he does not have an
The
offensive
best
line.
quarterback on that team.
He does
He,
not have an offensive
I
line.
mean, I
That
remember
man's
teams
struggling to
that
stay on his
had
feet.
nothing but a quarterback, and that was enough to get you something, you
Man,
know.
I'm gonna tell
look.
you this much. I'm gonna tell you this.
And then
If you put
I heard somebody else say this real quick too. It didn't help that he sent a lot of those kids through that portal because he could have found some gems in that team when he showed up that might help him with the offensive line. And then somebody said that he doesn't do a good job with recruiting, so
he
therefore
doesn't,
he's also relying on the portal to get these other linemen that he's looking
Deion
for.
Sanders doesn't develop players. That's what he doesn't do. That's the biggest issue with Colorado. He hadn't developed anybody.
Because
Now,
everybody leave and come and go.
Everybody he's used to. I got to get talent to come in to play. That works at the FBS level with the HBCU schools. May work with them, but you got to develop players at this level. You got to mix in developmental players, freshmen, people like that where you can play. But Colorado, do I think Deion Sanders can coach? Absolutely not. I don't think he's the best coach in the world. I think he's a good guy.
I think he's a
I
good
think he's a
guy.
good motivator. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a good
I think he's
motivator.
a great motivator.
I think he's
I
a
think
great
he's
marketer.
he's had a lot of success at everything he's put his name. Whenever he put his name in that, he's had a lot of success. This is different. This
He's
is
not a
one
finished
time
product coaching.
when you're stepping into a realm where you're not the best.
Right.
Coaching is not your best suit. And you playing
And
against a lot of people who've been there for a long time and know the
right.
ropes. And they don't
And it's
need all that talent in the world to beat you. I.e., the reason why Nebraska hit them the way they did. Because they got a coach. They went and
I'm
got
gonna
a
say that.
coach at the same
Matt
time.
Rule can coach.
I'm gonna say that
He
game.
coach.
I'm
But
gonna say
he
that
went
game. It was a lot of
he didn't
injuries. It
go
was a lot of injuries that
he
game,
didn't go lot he didn't
and I still
go
don't like Matt Rule.
he's not relying on what shows up to win a football game. He's building the program. He's
Mm-hmm.
building, meaning he's developing these guys.
Yeah, they got a fake
So,
Patrick Mahomes out there.
That was really
but
annoying.
it's working. It's working.
I was
Let's
like, that's
wait
a
till
little
they
odd.
find. Let's
That's
wait
a
till they
little weird
find
to
them
me.
dogs and see how well it really worked.
Well, it wasn't
Right.
last week. Them dogs wasn't there last week.
Hey, whoa,
He
whoa,
broke
whoa,
still.
whoa, 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 whoa!
He
Don't
rolled. I'm
don't
sorry.
let
They
me go
got
get the
rolled, man.
shoes. Don't let me go get
I'm
the
tired of
shoes and
people
put them
being
on,
afraid
man.
to say it. We got to start. We got as hold on. Black community. Can I talk? Black,
You can talk. You can talk. You know you
You
got
about
it.
to get
black
canceled.
community. I know because they about to
Look,
shut
please
me
don't
off.
get us canceled.
But I got to talk about this. We got to call it like we see it
Oh,
sometimes.
most definitely.
I know it's great when I see my people and they produce a movie, when they produce their own, when they come out their own record labels and all. I understand. I
I
get
didn't
it.
see
You
that
made
last
it
Tyler Perry
from the top.
movie.
But I got to call trash when it's trash. The movie was not good.
I didn't see
It
it.
was bogus.
What movie was that?
I'm just
Some
saying
people,
in general. No, I'm
it
just
was
saying.
the movie Tyler Perry
I know
came out
you
with.
get
I
a
will
lot
say that
with
everybody
our
said, "Oh, it's
community.
good,"
We
and they
give
said
praise
it's
for
trash.
everything that we do, and it's like, man, some of this stuff ain't really good,
Right.
and it's like it's really not. But how do they get better? Because we don't never call it for what it is.
Right.
I'm not pointing out any certain particular movie.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
tell.
pointing out
I
any
did.
record label,
I'm about to
I don't know
deliver
nothing
this
about no
but
story.
I
record
think
labels.
that carries over even into what we're looking at now. Everybody's afraid to criticize the work that Deion is doing because they want him to succeed so bad that they just gonna keep praising him. I want him to succeed too, but I'm gonna tell him where he's wrong at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you're gonna have to build this program. You can't
You
buy
have to
everybody.
build it. You
Yeah.
have to build
You
that
can't keep
program.
blaming kids
And
for not being what you want them to be.
and the transfer portal is great, but you can only get so many.
You
You
can
can
only
only
do
get
so much, and that's
yeah,
kids
exactly.
who didn't get what they wanted where they came from. Don't mean that they great.
That's
And then
right.
you got to develop, but then again, you got to find guys that fit your
Your
team,
system.
not just
Yeah.
grab the best
Yeah,
talent.
and that too.
Because that's another thing about North Dakota State. I'm pretty sure they like the best talent. No, we're gonna recruit offensive linemen that fit our scheme.
Yeah.
Does he run block? I never forget. I think it was Mike Shanahan. It was somebody. I know it was Green Bay Packers and somebody else. They only drafted offensive line from certain conferences. They
Right.
said number
Yeah.
one, can they play in the
No,
cold?
there's a lot of coaches like
Probably
that.
Mike
Uh,
Holmgren,
uh,
Yeah,
back in the
I
day.
think it's like Penn State.
Shanahan.
Penn State, you can always they always got linebackers. Where they getting them from?
Exactly.
They're getting them from
Yep.
certain places. You
Yep.
know.
and
Uh,
because he told him he was like because he said, listen, that what college did it come out of? He said, I don't care. He said, I need offensive linemen that can play in the cold, that know how to run block and use the zone blocking scheme.
And guess
He
what?
said that's and they got
He
him. I
knew
said, I
that was
don't care what
Denver.
grade he is.
He knew it was
You
Denver.
know,
He knew it was
it
for
was
them.
yeah, it was Denver. I think it was Green Bay too.
Yeah,
I think
Green
it was
Bay, because
Green.
I
If you
know
look at all
Mike
the
Holmgren
offensive
did
linemen,
yeah,
too. Yeah.
I think if you look
yeah,
at all the
yeah,
offensive
yeah,
linemen, they're all the same. They all look the
yeah.
same.
Mm-hmm.
They're
So
all built the same.
I'm not
It's crazy.
when I talk about Colorado, I'm not hating on Colorado. I'm just
Oh,
saying
most
this because
definitely.
I
We
don't hear
know.
other
We
people
know.
saying it. Everybody's saying that they all right and they this and they that. But if we was talking about if Texas had lost that game against Michigan, people would be talking about, well,
Bro,
why didn't Archie
they would
play?
have called
Why
y'all
didn't you know
trash
what
and
I'm saying?
everything
They wouldn't have
else.
been saying
Yeah.
Texas all right. They'd have been
Yeah.
saying, well, we need to put Arch in there. Well, we got to do something about this offensive line. Your boy back
Look,
there running the ball ain't doing a good job. We'd have been picking him apart.
man, they would have
But
tore
when it's
y'all up.
Dion, we ain't look. We overlooking everything that went wrong.
Nah,
That game was not even watchable.
bro. I watched
They
that
were
game
broken from beginning to end.
y'all
And
know me.
it wasn't even just the offense.
Yeah.
I can jump on Shador and them all day, but the defense did nothing.
Well, and like you
Defense
said,
played well in the second half.
they played decent, but when you lose
Did they play well in
Shiloh
the second
with a
half, or did
forearm
Nebraska
injury,
lose the game was over in the second half?
The
it,
game wasn't
it
over in
had
the
been
second
over
half.
because they had so many injuries in the first half that it already impacted the game. And then, like I said, the offensive line, I'm sitting there watching this game, and it's like you said, not just blaming the offensive line, but when I say that game was ridiculous, bro, I was sitting there, we watched it all night, we watched it to the end. And I was
Yeah.
like, we knew they weren't gonna win, but it was like, man, this game over in the first half. It was over.
And when they got beat, and this is what I love about game planning for teams and stuff like that, because you want your team to be aggressive and you
Yeah.
want your team to be wild and aggressive and go at. That's exactly what Nebraska did. They were wild and they beat them to the point of attack and they used all the momentum they had and they dominated and controlled the first 3 quarters. That's exactly how they played. And the last quarter, albeit a lot of penalties, it was a game where Colorado could have made it a game. They just didn't know how.
They didn't know
Shador
how.
just needed time. Offensive
And he
line
didn't
couldn't
have
give it
time
to
at
him.
all.
And you got to
Offensive
think,
line could give it, and they
okay,
couldn't run
in
the
those
football.
situations, yeah, that's when you got to look to your coach and say, we got to figure something else out because this don't
Right.
work. But
Well,
to,
that goes
to,
back to
to
it was like
my
tonight, no backup plan.
Dion, not the team, but the Dion, that's where his lack of coaching comes in. Because you got to change it up. You got to change up something. But then again, he ain't the only one like that. There's so many coaches that once their game plan is busted, they done. It's just unfortunate because for some of those teams, they find that out in the first quarter. That this ain't finna work out. So
Well,
like Michigan, prime example. They realized they found out first quarter it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work, but they didn't have no answer. They didn't have nothing else.
personnel too. Your
You know,
team makeup. But you know, like I do though, Vince. You look at their roster. Who they really gonna be? What star athletes besides Travis Hunter do you have? He played all but 2
and then
snaps
I
one
question
game.
this too. I'm gonna ask y'all this. Do y'all see him there after they leave?
Why would you see him after they leave?
Exactly.
Why? Look,
They-
anybody who got bro, he got a truck that costs more than me and your truck put together.
Put
And he
together,
got a
right?
house. He got his house bigger than me and your house together.
Yeah.
And look, and nothing against my house. Your house probably bigger than mine, but I'm just like, his house bigger than both ours. And I'm sitting there like, cause I look at a lot of stuff, and I was like, it popped up on my feed. I'm sitting there like, how does dude get a Dodge Ram TRX? But of course, we got NIL money, so it's like your
Yeah.
house. Like, whoa, hold up, bro, you got the hey, y'all balling. But at the end of the day, why you gonna be there? Look, it's a business for them, and that's why it's like there's no loyalty into it because Shador already got it figured out too. That's why he left, and they was talking about him. This game, you there because of your daddy. Not to be rude, your dad has put you in a position to be successful. Love that about Coach Prime.
And I'm
Love it.
okay with nepotism because I'm not gonna get on that, but
Yeah, we're not gonna get
it's
on it.
it's it's bad when it's a problem when I do it. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know what you're
saying.
saying.
You
Not a
know,
problem when
I
somebody
don't
else
know
do
how
it,
I
but
feel about
it's wrong
nepotism
when you
yet.
do it.
I can't call that because if it's bad, then it's bad on both ends. If it's cool, then it needs to be cool on both ends.
Listen,
I
Right,
think it's
this is what I'm
weird that
saying.
it gets called out only in certain
right.
situations.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's my only problem. Am I cool with nepotism? Not really. But call a spade a spade. If it's gonna be bad for you, it's bad for everybody. If it's gonna be bad for them, it's bad for
Yeah, so
everybody.
I don't say
Don't just
nothing
call
no
it for
more
one
because I
side.
didn't used to like nepotism either. But then when
Yeah,
I finally filled out, okay, there's some people who look like me.
yeah.
They able to do that now. They in a position where they can do that. And I'm
Why
like,
not? As I
okay,
said, why not
well,
do it? Well,
why
it's
not
not
do it?
fair. Well, your daddy got
You know.
money. I'm glad he
But
got
then it
money.
made me realize something. Am I okay with it, or am I just okay with it because my people? So I had to just let it go and be what it was gonna be. And I'm like, all right, so
I'm not
I'm just
okay
gonna have
with
to,
it.
I'm,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
okay.
have
I'm
to
just
just let
not
it
gonna
ride.
hate.
If I'm gonna
I'm
be
not
okay
gonna
with
hate
it for
on it.
one side, I need to be okay with it for the other.
Right. My thing is, I'm not saying I'm all for it. What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna harp on it. Like, don't patronize me because I'm okay with this nepotism. But no, man, listen, it's about time we had some kind of advantage. If he gonna do that, use that advantage. If that's what's gonna be, that's what's gonna be. The Mannings are doing it. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about Deion Sanders' son. His son can. No, Archie Manning them stepped in and told them, listen, no, he's not going here. Did he not? Exactly. So yeah, he has every right to say where he wants his son to go or not. So no, I
Yeah,
don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that. No, people make excuses when they want to make excuses about whatever they want to make excuses about.
yeah,
But at the
exactly.
end of the day,
But see,
but at the
that's
end
why I
of the
said
day,
I'm gonna just be okay with it. I'm just going to be okay with it.
right. But at
I
the
don't
end of the
want to
day,
make. I don't want to look like a flip flopper, and I ain't trying to make excuses for certain sides. So I just
right,
said, you know what, it is gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. That's the nature of the
right.
game. That's what they doing. That's okay.
Like I said, but at the end of the day, I applaud them. I love what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I like what they're doing a lot. It's not the best. They could be better, obviously, but I'm not gonna sit around here and say, they're horrible or this. Nah, man. I'm happy for whatever they're doing. They could be better as a football team. They're not right now. So maybe they're trying to build on whatever they're trying to build on. It's what it
Yeah,
is. But that's
you
all I'm gonna
know.
say. But man, listen, man, I gotta get off this phone.
Yeah,
It's 11.
it's late. I gotta put this baby in the bed. They done
Oh
turned on
dang,
the TV,
man! Look, I looked up. It was 10. I didn't realize it was
I didn't
20 after
realize that was
11.
late.
playing with
I didn't realize it
everything.
was late either. I
Dang.
know everybody's like, oh my gosh, they still talking. Like, yo,
Hey,
yo,
Yeah.
yo,
look, that's
game's
all
not
right.
finished.
Look, we ain't done this in a
We
while.
ain't done this in a
Right,
while. This is
Yeah,
that's so
man.
dope right here.
right. This
We
is
ain't done
this is a
this in
dope
quite some
reunion.
time.
Yes, sir. I
Something like a
missed this
dope
part.
reunion. Yeah, yeah. Like y'all
Yeah.
just don't know. We would had this place. We were just freestyling, just talking. Oh Lord, have
Yeah,
mercy.
yeah, trust me, because y'all should. We used to always say, if you ever caught our pregame,
Hey, that's a whole nother story right there.
you know, the
Yeah.
podcast game is sold up with all the superstars now, with all the celebrities. But I
Oh
believe
man,
honestly, if they'd have caught
you
our
got
pregame, we'd have got paid.
you
We'd
got
have got paid.
celebrities fake. You got celebrities faking sexual encounters. You got
Oh,
Hey,
NBA players do. We're like, come on, man. The game's changed. What's happened to content?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a crime scene.
What
Yes,
happened?
sir.
What happened to content? That should be our next slogan. That should be our next. Put that on a
Oh
t-shirt.
man, what
What
happened to
happened to the
content?
content?
Hey, well, I could say something. I had to say it offline.
Yeah.
I say it offline,
Like, man, what happened to content? You like still
man.
so why you want to work
But
so hard for, huh? Why you
well,
want to work so
definitely
hard
before
for?
we
Huh?
get off here, let me say congratulations to the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. We won against our rivals. A team we ain't seen in a long time, and we was
I
okay with
know.
playing them at their house.
A classic
So
win.
we brought the fight to them, and we won. Yeah.
This is a classic.
Also, congratulations to Gilmer. Gilmer got back in the winner's circle with a big win over Kilgore. Regardless of how they got it, they got back in the winner's circle. That might feed them. And honestly, I think JD said something earlier about Carthage. Losing to Kilgore may have set them on a path for destruction. As far as
I think so.
as far as them going on to win a state title. I wonder what this does to Kilgore now.
Mm,
Because Kilgore went strong, and
you're
then
right. You're right.
even then you can't say that they didn't go strong here.
That's right.
The ref took it away from them, and whether it was right or not, that's how they gonna feel about it.
Yeah,
There was time left, and they had enough time to kick a field goal, which is
and
what they
that
was
they're not
lined up
gonna live
to
that
do.
down.
They not gonna never forget it like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will say this: I pray for who they play next.
Hey,
Right.
cause look, that could be a deadly game too.
Like Major Payne
Thankfully, it's
said.
not Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
What did Major Payne say? What did Major
Thankfully,
Payne
it's not
say?
Chapel Hill. I say that again.
He said, Major Payne said, somebody's gonna pay for this blood that's on my lip.
Man,
Hey, somebody gotta pay. But no,
yes,
man, look,
sir.
man, look. Yeah, I'm gonna be out for a couple of weeks, just vacationing. Probably not gonna do nothing much,
Hey,
just get away from
shout
work.
out to
But
vacation.
Man,
man, I'm
I
gonna
got to go.
enjoy.
This baby done threw up everywhere.
Oh
Oh
no,
man,
Yeah, she got me.
man,
oh
dang.
She
man.
got me.
See,
I got to
Look,
that's
get up
not
off of
that's
hey,
here.
content. That's
hey, baby,
content.
done send them to the
That's
gulag.
content.
That's content.
This
Baby,
real
done send
life.
them
This
to the
dad life
Hey,
gulag.
right
hey,
here.
hey, you
I
know
got it
what?
all on me, man.
That's the outro. That's the intro
I
blooper.
got to
I
go.
gotta go, baby. That threw up
Hey, we
all of.
got
You gotta
content.
put it in the reel.
I know. It's okay. It's okay,
Hey,
little
she
mama.
right
We
on
can get you cleaned
time.
up. Yeah, we can get you
You
cleaned
gotta
up.
put
Come
that in
on.
the reel.
All
All right,
right,
then,
guys.
fellas.
All right now,
Yeah.
All right.
later.